Good morning, y'all. We're going to be taking a walk, so scroll within like maybe 2 or 3 minutes into the stream and you'll see me start walking. Selfie. So I'm pointing to the mouth because we're going to declare things. Perfect. All right. We're going to be doing a test. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. We're good. Let's throw the emoji in the chat. Okay, just quickly getting my stuff set up. Do. All right, perfect. I need a bottle of water. All right, give me a few minutes. We'll start our walk shortly. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are on our amazing planet. We are taking our walk to the trail. I was attempting to get the gimbal to work, but the gimbal wanted to act funky, so I'm like, you know what, screw it. I have to order another one, so I just did that. Yeah. So today's gonna be a cloudy one. So I do apologize for all the shakiness as we're walking, but it is what it is. You just gotta roll with it, you know? The gimbal would make it a lot smoother to walk, but you're getting real-time bounciness with this. It has its own little aesthetics. So as we start our talk, I'm going to be talking about declare. I declare that my gimbal, I already ordered another one. I declare that my next gimbal just fucking works perfectly with no flaws, no hitches, no nothing. All right. Declaring is, thank you, Michael. We got a little bit of construction to deal with when we're walking to the trail. Unfortunately, we will not be staying at the water for too long today due to the fact that it's supposed to rain in about an hour and 10 minutes. I don't know if I'm making that light. No, not making that light. Thought I was gonna make the light, but not making the light. So we gotta roll with our selfie stick today. Thank God at least I have a selfie stick, you know? So, it's fascinating. Once I pass the cars, I'll start talking about declaring what it is that you desire to have. Because this goes hand in hand with everything I've been talking about in the last 2 days about receiving. Right? Yesterday was decide on what it is that you want to entertain as your truth, entertain as your beliefs, entertain as your reality. I was watching a video this morning, which goes hand in hand with that you're just the awareness, watching the character do this thing, and you're not the movie screen, and not the image on the screen, but the projector of the movie screen itself, which means you're the awareness. Because like, if you were to go inside of you, you will not find a you at all. There's just pure awareness. And it's the mind. If you know, we've been conditioned to be programmed by listening that we are the mind, we have a body, and that we are the body, and you're just human. But what you really are goes beyond all that. And everyone is systematically starting to come to that realization, because the universe wants everybody in this timeline to remember who they are, little by little. Some will still take some time to get there and really anchor in. For me, I had to be anchored in to it before I really could start talking about it. I'm gonna go this way today. Technically I can walk on the sidewalk, but it's all construction there. What's up, Diggity? What's up, CJ? Yeah, you are beyond awareness. You go prior to that. That's what you would be. But that has no name. That's why I just call it itself with quotation. But even calling it itself is still calling it something. What it is just pure silence. It doesn't get trapped up with the experience. It still goes through it, you know, it's day to day. You know, it cleans the kitchen, it has failures, it has success, but it doesn't get trapped up with the experience itself. It just simply experiences it. It doesn't become like a prisoner to the experience. It just simply has to navigate through it. Just like you become more human, actually. Instead of like floating as like some sort of, you know, deity that's like a stone statue, right? You become more human, and you start to be even more aware of like the people around you, have more compassion, more care. Doing my best to keep my arm as straight as possible. Since this is not the gimbal, this is a selfie stick, and there's no gyro to keep the thing smooth. So you guys are getting the raw walk. Detachment isn't my thing. Well, you're not really having to detach, but at the same time, you're not getting attached to outcomes either. Because if you get attached to things and things disappear and it creates your suffering, then, you know, you have to ask yourself, is that what you really want? You got to declare left or straight. My intuition was like, go left. if you get attached to things, doesn't mean you can't love it, you can't, enjoy it. It's just a matter of like, if it comes, cool. If it goes, cool. You're basically neutral. Aiming for neutrality doesn't mean that you show no emotions when something happy shows up in your life, right? But it's more so just allowing yourself to experience things for what they are. Like, for example, right now I'm not bothered by that the sun is not currently out. I'm enjoying my walk. I'm also not attached to how to say certain things. I'm completely detached from how this YouTube channel will grow. Who shows up, who doesn't show up, who wants to be here, who doesn't want to be here. What's up, bro? Good to see you. No gimbal today, so you're getting the raw, shaky walk. I really do like this Nissan, was it 300 ZX? Yep, 300 ZX, old school car. The 90s. That's just a sign for the JDM, the Toyota Supra, for me. And I declared that to be mine. It's already mine in the inner world. I'm already driving that car. Just hasn't been produced in the physical yet. But I'm not getting trapped up or tripped up by my eyes. I already know everything's done. This is why I've already declared everything within. Mental declaration. I've been basically sharing with all of you, be bold and be audacious with what you ask. You're supposed to have what you're supposed to have. If it's like a certain like financial goal, declare it. But you have to decide. But you have to be also very, very specific. There's a cat meow over there. There's a cat just chilling over there. I know the neighbor though. That's her cat. Morning. How are you doing?
About yourself?
I'm excellent. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Wait, hold on, Diggity. I didn't see your question. I'm not looking at the screen much, so I'm just on my talk. I'm not talking about I didn't get a car. I'm talking about how do I detach from other suffering that we cause. Just decide. I know that sounds so simple, but it's the truth. You got to decide. But your emotions and your mind is going to make you enslaved to being to the suffering. You just have to decide. Do you want to continue to suffer? Yes or no? See, the problem is a lot of humans, they get trapped up with it has to be complicated, it has to be difficult, it has to be hard, you have to do 10 million different techniques. And yes, these techniques can help. Like breathing, feeling things out fully. You'll have to feel shit out, right? This is a sensory world, and you're a being that has a bunch of energy, emotions that has to remove it. But in order to detach, you will have to dissolve the feelings first. You got to feel it. If you just push it down, you're not really dealing with it. You're just being what's the word I want to use? You not feeling it and removing it is you basically just pushing it down and letting it stay stuck there and not dealing with it. Hey, morning. Clone Trooper, good to see you, dude. Doing great. Have to take my walk and get the stream in early because it's gonna rain. So I won't be staying at the water today. Rain is supposed to happen in about an hour. So I gotta get around. You good, dude? So you have to basically just decide and then feel it and then remove it. I've decided that I no longer will be pissed off at people, be angry at people, even if they do me dirty. That's just my meaning that I'm giving it. If I don't give it any meaning, then it is what it is. I'm like, if someone comes to me and they punch me in my face, which I'm not creating that experience, right? Because I don't create gnarly experiences like that. But shit can happen. But if someone were to come punch me in my face, of course I'm going to deal with that as best as I can. But I basically remove the meanings as much as I can. And when you remove the meanings, you also remove the emotion. When you remove the emotion, it removes the pain and the suffering. But pain is still necessary to go through. I'm not here to say that you're not going to ever experience pain and suffering. Shit's still going to happen. But once you are able to alchemize the energy from within and transmute it, it'll be easier to navigate. No, it's better that you are in the chat today because there's nothing too hard. You've been watching my lives and you've been figuring it out. You're supposed to. The thing is, a lot of humans run away when things get hard. Shit's going to be hard because the mind's making it hard. But it is really simple, super simple. I know because I used to be where you are, and I used to think the same things. Like how do I do this and all that? And trust me, it was hard. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's fucking difficult. But the thing is, the mind is creating the story. If you are, I wish I could tell you which live stream to go watch on my other channel, but I can't because I don't remember what I labeled it. But essentially, it's somewhere last year around this time. It was like somewhere in July though, closer to like July 6th or 7th last year. I'll have to go and take a look and find that stream where I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm getting pissed off and mad. I'm asking like, God, what the fuck is going on? It's bullshit, right? So like, I was going through the absolute ringer. Shit wasn't easy, dude. But then I figured out what the hell's going on. It's a second you creating stories. It's not one of you, there's two of you. There's the you beyond your name and your identity, and then there's the you who has the name and the identity. Most of us, we attach ourselves to the name and the identity. When you know who you actually are, you start to detach from your name and identity, but you still navigate the world because you still have to be called the name, you still have a body, you still take care of it, right? You still navigate the world. You just don't get tripped up with what's going on around you. You deal with what's going on around you, but you just don't get like sucked into the world storm. So like, for example, when like parents are arguing or people are going on with about some thing that's happening in the world, for me, I'm just observing. I'm neither like getting entrenched in it, I'm just being the observer watching. Let's see. The EU has a buy, I need to leave. You're worried about me. What the hell? Dude, there's nothing to worry about. This is your human character finessing you into believing that you are, I don't know what to say to you right now, because female sheep, okay? I don't know what you're talking about right now, dude. I mean, listen, if you're right now, I can tell that something is going on within you. And look, I've been where you've been. It's gonna take some time to figure it out. But there is another you within you who is running the show in the background. And the you who's running the show in the background is your nervous system and your subconscious mind. And they are running a show that says that what you're seeing with your eyes is real and true. It is real and true. I'm holding on to this, as you can see, but at the same time, in the other side, I'm not actually holding on to this. I'm projecting this with my mind. So don't get tripped. This is what I'm going to say to you. Focus within. All the answers are within. You don't currently need to detach from anything. But if you're suffering, then there's something that needs to be solved. I can't help people with when they're closed off or they're not willing to hear something. So if you're too fixated on just like ideologies and stuff, it's not going to work. Exactly. What CJ just said. You don't need to detach from anything. You just have to stop identifying with it. I'm just gonna get some of my push-ups in quickly. Like, for example, I love my body, right? This is my vessel. I am taking care of it as best as I can. I'm not attached to it, but I'm not detached from it either. I just simply don't identify with, being just the body only. I know I have a body, but I'm not the body. I'm just using this vessel so I can navigate the world. As best as I can. Don't run away from things, because life is going to be hard, and if you run away from hard things, then when the harder things actually come, what's going to happen? Right? You are the creator or God, or you don't even call yourself that. You are itself, or you are whatever you say you are, but you're so powerful beyond measure. I saw your comments that you left. And the comments you read or you left for me on my live stream, you figured it out. But your mind is attempting to pump the brakes because you're expanding so fast that it doesn't want you to expand so fast. So it wants you to, slow your roll, basically. When you were typing, I don't know if you're even here, to be honest. If you are, cool. If you're not, it is what it is. But his comments that he left were spot on. His soul was speaking in those comments. But right now is his mind taking over. Yeah, you are itself. You just forgot a little bit of what the hell is going on, because it's the mind that's more in charge than the soul presently for you. I'm gonna just say that you'll figure it out. It may take some time, some human time for it to kind of sink in. It'll take some time, dude. It didn't just, I wasn't born knowing this stuff in the mind. It took me 40 years to figure it out. And even still, sometimes the mind still trips me up. And I have to remind the mind, what the fuck are you doing, mind? Chill the fuck out. Relax. Because it creates a story that things are like, but it's not working. It keeps saying that. It's not working. You read all those books, they're lying to you. That's what the mind is doing in the background. It's a narrator that's like, or a narrator attempting to tell you, you can't do it. Who do you think you are? That shit's not working. Don't listen to those people. That's what the mind's doing. Whispering. But you can declare and go beyond your mind at any time. Maybe it'll have to be like well, you are on your experience to figure it out. That's why. If this was 2-3 years ago, dude, I'd be on the same boat with you. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'd be thinking the same things you were thinking. I've been where you've been. I have decided and declared that all of you are at the same awareness level as me. You're just catching up in the physical now. But in the inner world, you guys are already there because you're no different. There's no I'm better or I'm higher or I'm further in the mental realm. Oh. Well, the sister that I usually see who crosswalks isn't here, it's someone else. Huh. I won't be able to see her until September. Oh well. It is what it is. Morning. Morning. Have a great day. Thank you. Let's see. I just joined, but I face a similar condition too. Some days I'm working on my trauma, and some days I can't do anything. My mind is in automatic mode. You're not a dude, you're a chick? Okay. Well, I didn't know if you were, it's hard to tell. Remember, names are very difficult. All right. Diggity. Relax. You're getting a little upset. Relax. Your mind is getting agitated. Relax. This is how the mind starts to get into problems when it's not relaxed. Good morning. How are you? I'm great, thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. So, Anonymous, Diggity, my best recommendation for both of you is find time to just slow down. When I say slow down, I don't mean to go sit in lotus pose and do and chant If that works for you, use it, but just find some time to just sit and be aware of what's going on within yourself. You're going to hear a voice though, and the voice is going to go crazy. It's going to be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No, let's go watch TV. Let's doom scroll. No, let's go eat something. I got to scratch my body. It's going to distract. The mind is very, very distracted. What's up, Todd? Good to see you. Diggity, I don't know what's going on with you today, but this is not usually your type of energy that you usually come. Usually more, what's going on today? What's causing you to feel this way right now? Because you're mentioning you shouldn't be in chat today. What's going on? I think something deeper is going on. What's happening? Okay. So you want the blunt answer then? Or do you want me to sugarcoat your answer? Because I'm going to tell you what I said yesterday in the live stream that you watched. Decide. You can continue to decide to be angry and frustrated. Feel your feelings though. You're going to have to feel it. Share your energy with me. Let out the frustration. If you need to be pissed off, get pissed off, let it out. I'm the best person to let it out at. Am I gonna go? Yeah, I'm gonna go straight. Yeah, just fucking decide. It's just that simple. Too many people just don't fucking decide. The mind creates a bunch of stupid stories and creates a bunch of noise, and then you get tripped up with the fucking noise of the stories of the mind, and then the mind creates a bunch of extra nonsense. You want it blunt? That's as blunt as it's gonna get. Just fucking decide. Can't get any more blunt than that. No. A lot of rain. We were just walking to the trail because it's supposed to rain. And I got a call at 3 p.m. So I got to finish things a little bit earlier today. So I figured I'd take the walk with you guys. Unfortunately, I don't have my gimbal. So you guys are getting the shakiness of my hand as I'm walking. Due to the fact that my feet are, hitting this pavement and then vibrating in the entire body. Yeah. I do like blunt, but let me hear what you have to say, because whatever you say, I already know myself well enough to not take on other people's perspectives if it has no value. So share what you got to share. Let's hear it. Declare it. CJ left a message earlier about not identifying with things. He's spot on. Well, it depends on what you're about to say. Not everything that everyone says has value. Value is very subjective, so it depends on what you're going to say. Share your perspective. I want to hear it. While I wait for you to share, I'm going to continue to speak about declaring, because we got a little sidetracked. But this is how the live streams go. I'm not really attached to like, oh, I have to speak about this. I'm not gonna help anybody else. I'm just gonna talk about this. So this is perfect that you're sharing your perspectives and your feelings. Your feelings do matter. Just remember that. I'm gonna go to the left. Well, you do have to realize one thing. Sometimes I can't see all the chat due to the fact that the way I have my thing set up, I only can see 3 messages at a time. So I have to scroll all the way back up. And if there's a bunch of other messages that I miss, you can't fault me for that. And if you do, that's on you. I'm not gonna be blamed if I miss a message. So I'm going to scroll up just for you. Just reading everything. The crow's just like chilling. All right, I read through everything. You can't detach from animal suffering. They are not moral agents. Okay, so the animal thing. Let's hear the lesson. I was scrolling up to just watch and read the thing about the animal suffering. That's the human aspect. I myself, when animals are suffering, I feel it too. It's hard. It's difficult. But I also know that this realm is not what it appears to be. Because the mind has forgotten that this, even though it is real, yes, it's also not. It's a paradox. So for me, I've declared that no matter what happens in my universe, my inner universe, that I know that things happen just as it's supposed to, even though I hate this is the human talking now, I hate when I see people hurting other people and seeing animals getting treated with disrespect, people smashing bugs because they're incompetent. This is my human speaking, so I'm gonna let him out. I'm gonna let him out for a little bit. Morning.
Morning.
Like a lot of unawareness. Unawareness is really what makes me really upset from the character end of things. However, I've also had to declare that I'm okay to feel those feelings, but not get tie myself to that association, and do my best to be sure that I'm not adding to the problem. Cool, welcome. Welcome, Mohammed. I mean, CJ, if that's what you do, that's what you do. Right? Everyone has their own choice. I myself will not do that. In fact, last night, just before heading off to bed, there was this, I call them silverfish, but I don't know the actual name, but they're like long, they're not centipedes, because centipedes they have this like claw thing behind them. But there's this long thing in my room, and I was like, in the past, I would have went on an absolute tirade and destroy it. I actually found it. Like I went upstairs, I like left the room, went upstairs, grabbed the dustpan, and gently grabbed it with the dustpan and the broom, and then I put it outside. I can't hurt things anymore. I won't. This is the human. But I know that in this realm, right, this is how our emotions are attached to things. But in the other realm, everything just is. Either bugs get smashed or saved. The universe is impartial. It just happens. It just is. The mind can't conceive of that though, because the mind is not designed for that. The mind's always attempting to understand things, but it can't. That's why, like, I'm never going to say to anybody that whatever you're doing is wrong. You're doing what you think is right. Keep doing what you're doing, right? Keep believing, keep thinking, keep feeling, keep saying, keep taking the actions or inactions, right? None of you are wrong. You can't. It's your life. You chose it to be the way it is. Morning.
Morning. Enjoy the soccer.
I will. Thank you. And you as well.
Well, my country plays today, so
Okay.
I'll be entertained. It's Germany.
Awesome. Morning. Morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you.
I see you're walking with your phone all the time.
Yeah.
Are you blogging? What do you?
Yeah, so I basically help people around the world unlock the fullest potential of their mind.
I like it.
Yeah.
My name is Bruce.
My name's Orion.
Orion.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Very good to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Usually I shake with the right hand, but hand is occupied.
That's why I
Yeah.
did this.
So again.
Good meeting you. Yeah,
Good meeting you
let's
too,
have a
Bruce.
conversation
Yeah,
sometime.
definitely.
Yeah, I think
That'd be awesome.
It's time to bring some communities together here to change things. And,
For sure.
Yeah, wake people up. So.
Yeah, because this is what's causing a lot of the problems.
I've looked at this stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Well, Bruce, thank you so much.
Really good meeting you.
Good to meet you too, dude. Nice. Just like that. See? Bruce wanted to stop by and ask me something, so there you go. Cool. What I do may be wrong, but I'm far from perfect. I eat animals too. Morning. See, the thing is, like, yes, I eat animals. I hate that idea. In fact, I wrestle with that thought, like, why did you, God, create this system where we are eating each other? Like, it's so stupid. Like, you could have created us to just not eat anything. You could have done that. You could have made each of us just eat grass. You could have made each of us just not even eat. Like, our bodies would have been able to just been self-sustainable. Because like in other places in the universe, they don't fucking eat. And it is like, this is something that itself was attempting to tell me, and I just couldn't accept the answer. This is from the mind level. Like, why would you do that? It's so stupid. And why would you go and hurt yourself? That's the dumbest thing. Why did you do that itself? I've asked all these questions, but I have to come to a point to just accept it just is, and there are certain things I simply cannot and will not be able to fathom or understand why it does what it does, but it just does it. That's where I let go of my suffering. Others just can't simply accept, and they get trapped up. And then, unfortunately, due to that experience, like for example, there's a snail that got smashed there. If that snail wasn't smashed, I would have picked it up and moved it. Here's the other thing too. I grew up in a house of a bunch of unconscious people. And yes, I can make the conscious choice to not eat what they're cooking. And you best believe when I'm living on my own, I'll be consuming far less, if not any animal products. Hell, if I could, I'd just fucking be a breatharian. If you know what a breatharian is. There's something with something having a soul. Oh shit, Tom and Chris are here. I'm gonna catch up to those two. They're walking. Yeah, so I'm a little bit behind them, but it's okay. But you know, an almond or a fruit, technically they're sentient too, they just don't have a soul. We shouldn't be eating them. Morning. In fact, none of us should be doing anything, eating anything, consuming nothing. What we should be just doing is being in nature, taking in the sun, and breathing in the air. Hell, fucking not even drinking water, because water is sentient too. Water has its own soul. But we have to thrive in some way. Morning.
Struggling to study Spanish as you age, and your brain slows down.
So there's a moral compass that we all follow, right? This is why itself gave you free will to do whatever the fuck you want, basically. If you don't want to eat animals, cool. You want to eat animals? Cool. It is what it is. I myself am not going to go, if I'm running out of food, I'm not going to go hunt an animal and destroy it just to keep me going. If my time is up, I will find another way to survive. I can eat fucking leaves and I'll find a way to survive. So yeah, those two are walking pretty fast. But if I get with them, then I won't be really sharing anything with you guys. I'll just be talking with them. So, morning. They haven't looked back yet. I won't be staying at the water. I'm gonna literally walk right by the water. I'll say, hello, water. Give thanks to the water. Nah, they're talking. I'm having a conversation with you guys. If I walk with them, then there's no conversation with you guys. Quite literally, I won't be talking with you guys. I'll be talking with them. That's not the point. I just didn't know they were here. But here they are. The water spot's right here. I'll go down for a moment. And then I'll see if I can catch back up with them. I'll catch up to them by the tail end of the trail walk. How about that? So here's the water. No, I haven't been watching the World Cup, dude. I don't know who's that brother who's saying his country's playing Germany. That's all I know. At this moment, I have no idea who's in the World Cup, and I don't really care about the World Cup. It's supposed to rain in like 30 minutes. But I feel like standing here for a moment. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stand here for a bit. If it rains, it rains. It is what it is. Anyways, for me, you know, I have my own moral compass, but I also have to just live in a world of just is. Not justice, just is. And accept that things are going to be out of my grasp of understanding, and not get tripped up with a bunch of shit that keeps me suffering and whatnot. So animals are very, you know, I love animals. I used to hate animals. I fucking hated every animal on the planet. That's why I had so much hate for everything. But that's not me. That was the mind creating a stupid story of feeling unworthy and feeling not good enough and feeling like inferior and feeling like insignificant. And the mind wants to create a separate self, always. It wants to feel whole. It wants to feel special. But it does a bunch of stupid shit just so that it can feel whole and special, when you already are whole and special as you are. Anyways, to get to the topic, really, we'll pause on the animal stuff for a moment. Change directions. Declare. Besides all that other stuff, declare, all of you, what it is that you desire to have, and have it right now. You want world peace? You want humans to stop eating animals? You want people to stop fighting each other? Declare it within. In my universe, around me presently, there's nobody fighting anybody. Everyone's at peace. Does that mean that the rest of the world is like that? No, I'm very aware that the rest of the world is still in calamity. A bunch of places in Toronto that's in calamity. But I've still declared that I see everyone remembering who they are. And as you remember more of who you are, you don't get tripped up with this realm, and then you don't get tripped up with the illusion of this realm. You simply start to live more human, and you start to see everybody for who they are, and you start to be open to respecting others and caring and appreciating others for who they are, as they are. I have so much respect and care and admiration for everyone, no matter who you are and where you are. Even if you tell me I'm blah, 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 and blah, 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 and more blah, blah, blah. Because I know myself, and I know that that's the mind. Itself doesn't insult itself. From the soul level, it doesn't do that. But from the mind level, even though it's part of itself, it created like a separate shadow self so that you can master your shadow self. I'll call it the shadow self, the doppelganger, the shinigami, the egregor, the entity, insert name. That version is for you to master and for you to realize what is going on. But itself, at its core, without the mind, doesn't insult itself. It just is pure awareness, pure love, and pure care. That's all it is. You were born loving. You weren't born with hate in your heart. That stuff is taught to us. So I've declared that I get back to my original state, the 0 point. Can it be fully 0 point? No, because of the memories and the mind creating still stories. But can I get close to 0 point? Yes. I'm not going to be blank slate, obviously. I have my experiences, right? But I can get close to what zero state is, the origin point, before we took a name and our identity and declared that this is who we are. I stopped declaring that's who I am. I started declaring that I am itself just playing a human character, nothing more. For me, like I told itself, like, look, when you're done with me, okay, like when you're done with this vessel, make sure that you allow my essence, even though it's you, but this essence to still exist in some form to help the world without using fucking words. So like just sending like love, like not romantic love, but like this pure care, like you know, like when a mother, if you've ever had your mother hug you and hold you, like that kind of care, that you're gonna be okay. That's what I've declared. Well, whether it happens or not, we'll see. But as I'm walking in human form, I'll do my best. But there are times that I will have to be like, I had to do that yesterday. There's a person on Instagram. He's currently suffering. He keeps looking in the mirror and he keeps telling himself that he's ugly. And I know, because that used to be me. And I apologize for anybody leaving messages in the chat right now. I am simply not looking. So if your messages get overlooked, it is what it is. I'm not purposely doing that. I am locked the fuck in right now. I will read all the messages when I start walking back shortly. He's looking in the mirror and he's decided and declared to himself that he's ugly. And then he's like, no matter what I do, it's not working. I can't change myself. Because he hates how he looks. He hates himself. And I know that hits me deeply because that's how I used to operate. He's just me from a different time. So I shared with him, like, okay, I know you hate yourself, and I've been there. I've done it for 20 years, telling myself that I'm a worthless piece of shit. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. I've declared that stuff back in the day, and as I declared it, more happened in the physical realm, as within, so without. And so I shared with them, like, I know you are saying that you hate yourself, and I know you're saying that you don't like yourself when you look yourself in the mirror, but there was a moment in your time where you weren't saying that. What happened for you to start saying that? And this is where the mind within him is going to fight, because the mind wants him to hold on to this, because I'm a threat to the mind, essentially. His soul wants him, his soul brought him to me, but his mind is like, because his mind knows that I'm coming for it. So I told him, or I shared with him, look man, you've decided that this is what you are, and you declared this to be your truth. But you can change your truth at any time. I know it doesn't feel simple because the mind has you controlled. So I shared with them, there's two yous. There's the you who has a name and identity and has created yourself as this image. You have a self-concept of yourself. And then there's a you beyond all of that, that knows that you are a sentient divine being. Doesn't mean you're never going to suffer. Doesn't mean you're never going to run into problems. You're still going to run into shit like that. But it comes down to how you reframe things and shift the meanings of things. So I shared with him, like, look, dude, I'm going to tell you right blunt. You can decide. Just like what I did earlier with you, Diggity. Decide. I told him to decide. And declare that you are actually a handsome dude. Because once upon a time, you didn't tell yourself you were ugly. Somebody must have said something to you, or you must have had an experience that made you start feeling like you felt ugly. So I told him, like, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take you some time for the mind to allow you to start to see the new you. You might have to brute force things. I'm not into repetition, but that's what I did. I had to brute force and do repetitions, like looking in the mirror and it's like, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, declaring that I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, and looking in the mirror every fucking morning. And it felt like a friggin' lie, of course, because the mind was gaslighting me into believing that's not true. You don't love yourself. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You don't love yourself, Orion. Fuck off. You don't love yourself. kind of bullshit are you talking about, Orion? You don't love yourself? Get out of here with that. But I was like, even though I didn't know at the time there was another me, there's like a double version of me, I still like persisted because I'm like, I remember my experience prior that I was going to end up in the mental hospital, and I shared that story yesterday for those of you who were on. Do I want to go down that road if I continue to think the things I'm thinking, or do I want to shift? Because I see other people positive and happy. So if they can be, this is what kind of was my North Star. I'm like, if they can do it, why can't I? That was the question I started asking myself. If they are able to do something, then why can't I? Because they're human just like me. They may have had more advantages in life. Maybe they were born with a fucking silver spoon in their mouth, but they're still human. I may have been dealt some pretty, like, really awful hand, like, you know, the dealer is the universe, and you deal out cards, and you're looking at your hand, and you're like, fuck! You have the worst hand, and everybody else has got, like, the royal flush, or straights, right? They got the better hand, and like, fuck! And I got the shittiest hand ever. It's bullshit. Can't do shit with this, but you can, actually. In fact, you're gonna win. You just have to declare that you can change the meaning behind these cards that were dealt to you and shift. So again, I went and shared with him, like, you have the power right now to keep deciding and declaring that you're ugly, or you can also take that same energy that you're using with choice and decide and declare that you're actually a very handsome dude. And I looked at him, I'm like, yo, dude, what are you even on, bro? You're a handsome dude. I wasn't gassing him up. I'm like, legit, like, you're fucking handsome. Because you were created exactly as you're supposed to. This is your journey so that you can overcome it, so that you can help someone in the future who's going through the same thing you're going through to help them. This is how this shit works. I had to go through it to overcome it, so to help others who are going through what I went through to overcome it. And then it's just a fucking repeated pattern. Your pain is your purpose. So I declared to myself when I was going through my own shit that it's time for me to stop with bullshit, because it's not conducive to my experience. And I told the universe, I don't give a fuck what hand you dealt me. I'm not accepting this hand. Fuck that noise. No way. I let go of it. Give me some more cards. Send it, dealer. Because in poker, right, you don't have to accept those cards. You can change your cards. Ah, better hand. Now I can do something with it. That right there, where you ask the universe, that's declaring. I want more cards. I declare that you give me more cards. Let me see what I can do with these other cards. I don't have to hold on to this hand. I can just fucking discard the hand and look at it. But you have to have that awareness to know that you can do that. And how do you do that? That's by slowing down and chilling out and relaxing. Then the universe will start to work through you. The universe will start to open up your intuition more to receiving more light, as they call it. But that light is information, and that information is already nested within you, so you're really sending it from within yourself. So most people say you get a download. You can use it. That works, because most people know the download concept, and that works, but you're really uploading it from within yourself. It's just waiting for you to let the mind finally have access to it, or the mind finally accepting access to it. I accepted that all universal wisdom is accessible at all times within myself when it comes to, like, reality specifically. All other things that are, for me, that has no relevancy, I don't care about it. Anyways, I decided and I declared that these are the things that I was going to experience, and guess what? They started to shift my experience because I started to shift. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I'd still be probably looking in the mirror telling myself I'm an ugly piece of shit. There would be no YouTube for me, and there would be none of you here, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. It's all a chain of events. Remember that. Whatever has happened in your life is happening for a particular reason. It's not by some random accident. It's happening exactly as it's supposed to, so that you can figure out what is the reason, so that you can use that reason to help someone else down the road, whatever that is. For me, it was the suffering. It was the mind creating all the stories and the pain. Pain is necessary. Pain is necessary. It's not fully mandatory. It's not fully like obligated, but it is necessary because it helps build resilience and fortitude and mental toughness. Because when shit comes at you, and life will throw you another curveball, don't expect life always to be up. You can, but that's not how life actually works. Life works in a rhythm, ups and downs. The law of rhythm, the Hermetic principle. One of the 7 Hermetic principles, the law of rhythm. Up and down, up and down, up and down. You're just riding the waves, up and down. In water, right? Not this one right now, but like in the ocean, waves go up and then they go right back into the ocean. And they come back up and then they go back down in the ocean. The ocean's never just flat in every moment. It goes up and it goes down. Sometimes it's still, but then it'll go up and then it goes back down. So for me, I expect great things, but I also know that things will occur when they're supposed to, and it allows me to flex my muscle to see how I'm going to handle it. Like sometimes on the live stream, like a couple days ago, a brother was like, yeah, I'm done. I won't see you again. And we had like an emergency on our hand. I had to talk life into him. And thankfully, the others were also speaking life into him as well. And he stayed and not did anything. But the thing is, like, I used to do the same shit too. I wanted to play the victim because life was so hard, so difficult. I wanted people to feel my pain. That's what other people do. They declare that they're in pain, so they want to declare that other people feel what they're feeling by doing the things or crying out for help. And that's the soul basically telling the mind to like, relax, all is good. But the mind's like screaming, it wants out of this torment, this misery. If T-Bray's here, he knows I was sitting right here. I was getting pissed off and mad and getting angry right at this spot last year. Can't believe it's been a whole year. Right? A whole year has almost fully passed by since this shit has happened. Things were just not like easy for me because I was still adhering to the mind, creating all kinds of obfuscations. So I declared that I will no longer allow the mind to run the story, and I will declare that the mind works with me. And yes, there are still things that I'm like, why does it have to be this way? Like, why? Why did you make it this way? It's so stupid. But that's the mind wanting to understand and logify everything. I guess I made that up. Logify? Sure. It wants to logically understand everything. But there's simply things in our universe that we will not be able to fully comprehend with our mind. It's just not possible. Can you accept that though? Some of you are probably like, no, I can't accept that. I have to understand everything. That's what the mind also does too in this character. No, I have to understand everything. And that's why it itself created the universe like that, so you have infinite exploration. In that infinite exploration, it can create more harmony or more suffering. That's where choice comes into play. So I'm like, okay, all right, itself. If this is what you desire and this is how you created everything, then so be it. I'll just accept everything as it is and I'll navigate, because I know if I don't, I'm going to just create my own suffering. And I know you want me to not suffer, and you want me to just simply observe and watch and traverse through the world and figure things out as I go, but also to know that everything is very just is. Not justice, but just is. And that just is not even a concept. It's take out all the fucking language on this planet, all the words, all the ideologies, all the beliefs, all the all the concepts, everything. Get rid of it. It just is, even though that's still two words. It's like a fucking echo chamber, right? It's just echo chamber after echo chamber of fucking words and words and more words, because we have to use words to navigate. Otherwise, there's not much we can do, because most of us can't use telepathy. We're not at that level to use telepathy. And by the way, if we could use telepathy, there would be far less problems on the planet. Wouldn't mean that there would be no problems, but it'd be far less problems, because everybody will make their intentions more clear, and language is what trips us up. I get tripped up with some of the stuff that are being said in the chat, because I'm like, is that what they're saying, or am I misperceiving it? It's on my level of awareness when it comes to words, but also I'm reading text that has no emotion, and then I have to be a fucking psychic to understand what some of you are saying. When if you were clear as to what you actually wrote, I'm not saying that for today, but like in general, when some of you write, well, it's like I have to decipher, what the fuck are they saying? Are they like, can you be more specific? I need more context. Human mind requires context. I can't take things for what it is, because if I do, then that's just me making an assumption. I have to see like what is going on. Type it out. But so many humans are fucking lazy. They short form shit, and just write a fucking novel if you have to. I would rather read a fucking novel than having to see like 2 words here and 3 words there and 6 words there and 10 words there and blah 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 there. This is the human getting frustrated with the rest of the other humans who don't know how to fucking use their words. This is the work that I came here to do, and it's endless. It'll be endless. This is going to be my work till my final breath. Bringing awareness to the power of just even awareness, the words that you're using. These things alone is enough. Everything else is just, part of it, but it's not. This is the main work that I came here to do. All right, I'm gonna read the comments now. So like I said, I'm gonna read everything. I've declared that I'm gonna read everything. I'm gonna scroll back all the way up, because my YouTube is not like your YouTube where I see all the messages. I only see 3 messages at a time, so I have to scroll all the way back up and see what the hell is going on. And then I will continue. And I should be walking away from the water momentarily. Animals do use telepathy. And yeah, T-Bray, I was definitely angry. And Clayton, I'm not even dealing with you, because you're just going to keep asking the same thing. Yeah, pain is invariable, but suffering is optional. Apocalypse. Good to see you. I'm just scrolling up right now. I'm just reading everything. Kind of just giving a quick yeah, people are definitely coming along for sure in the World Cup, but for me, like, and I currently feel the harmony with the World Cup this time around. Usually it's like, it's my team versus your team. That's why I don't get trapped up in all that stuff. But this time it feels different. It's awesome. I'm glad the people who are going to America are enjoying their time there. Bro, why are Clayton? Shush. I'm gonna tell you to shush, because you're just a waste of my time right now, literally. And if you come back on my stream again, because I've told you the answer, and you still haven't clued in. I can't wait when I get to the other side and I see your candy ass. This is me. This is the human coming out. I'm letting the human come out just to get to your fucking human. When I see your ass on the other side, even though we don't do this on the other side, I'm gonna make a mental note to make sure I remind myself to like tell Clayton, so did you enjoy your time on Earth? Yeah, man, I figured it out. Good. Morning. Support your claims that you're a human. Support your claims that you're actually talking. Support your claims that you're actually typing. Support your claims that you're actually a human that's actually a human on the other side of that screen. You want me to support my claims of a soul? Then support your claims by showing me that you're fucking human. Teleport your ass over here. Take a flight and show me, you know where I am. I'm in Toronto. Come find me. Let me see you, human. Because you right now probably are just an NPC bot. So support your claims. Just because you're typing words doesn't mean shit. There's a lot of AI chat bots out there. So go ahead, support your claims, Mr. Human. Show me that you're human. Show me evidence that you're actually human. If you can't do that, then it's just that simple. You want me to support the claims of if there's a soul? Then let me ask you, support your claims that you're fucking human. Because a bunch of AI bots that are typing in random live streams, and I've seen them. You know why? Because there is someone that my client knows who builds like chat bots to go into live streams and just spam chat just so that it builds their algorithm. I'm like, hey, let me have that contact. So support your claims that you're human, Clayton. Declare that you're human. Right? Because you're asking about a soul. You've been asking the same question over and over. So support your claims. Are you human? Are you actually a human typing on the other side? Can you show me? Can you make me aware? Can you bring evidence that that you're actually the one on the other side typing? I can't see it because I don't have evidence. I can see words, but that doesn't mean shit because, again, I have a client who has a friend who builds chat bots, AI bots, to go into live streams and into YouTube videos and spam chats. It's called the dead internet theory, for those of you who don't know that. If you go onto the internet and you see a comment, this is just off random. You go onto a YouTube video and you see a comment that gets like 500 likes within 5 minutes, that's a fucking bot. And then you see bots replying to bots. And it becomes a full-on conversation. And you see they getting like 20, 30 likes and 50 likes here, maybe 100 likes there for their comment. You don't know if you're really chatting with a bot. Even on a live stream. I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. There might be some people who come on the stream who might be bots. Just saying. And I'm not saying like they're not actually like real humans typing or texting. So be mindful of who you respond to as well. So Clayton, since you asked about the evidence of a soul, prove your evidence that you're human. And if you don't, then prove that you're human. Come. You know where to find me. I'll literally give you my address. Teleport your ass here. Otherwise, I'm not going to even take you seriously. So, support your claims that you're human. I don't care about seeing your fucking words. Your words mean nothing to me. I need you right here, right now. Show me. Show me your evidence. Show me that you're human. Prove to me that you're human. Declare that you're human by showing me your evidence. Because, you're the one that's like, I need evidence. I'm giving him a little bit of attention because he's feeding my algorithm. So I'm giving just a smidge of attention, and I'm going to move on. I promise you guys I'm going to move on. Show me your evidence. Show me your claims that you're human. Show me your claims that you're human by showing up here. I want proof. This is me being you right now. I want proof that you actually are real. I want proof. I want empirical evidence that you're real. I don't care about fucking typing. That means shit. I want proof. You could just be a bot, and I could just be responding to a bot, and that'd be ridiculous, but I want evidence. Show me evidence. I need evidence. I need empirical evidence. I need evidence that you're human. This is how ridiculous, basically, when you're asking about a soul, this is what it looks like to me. Show me evidence. I want evidence. The eyes don't tell you the truth. The eyes only see 0.0035% of reality. Or let me rephrase that. 0.0035 of fractal light of the electromagnetic spectrum, which means there's 99.9965% of the electromagnetic spectrum that our eyes just cannot perceive. We're not designed for that. Our capabilities are not like the dogs who can see in the dark, but they can see clear as day. It's just like for them, the room is more dim. A cat, same thing. That's why they're able to perceive things even in the dark when we can't see shit. And their eyes are glowing in the dark. You ever notice that? Because their eyes, when they're glowing in the dark, are able to perceive more. It's not because of anything. If that would be the case, our eyes should be glowing in the dark too, but it's not. Well, maybe some of you, if you're not human, but you know. Anyways, I leave it at that. I gave him basically his mirroring. I want empirical proof that you exist as a human. Can you show me your empirical evidence? My eyes don't tell me anything. Me responding is just me being, you know, having fun with you right now. I'm literally having fun with you. Plus, I also don't take you seriously if you have a Ku Klux Klan, like, you know, what is it? I know I can't see it, but I've seen your profile picture. I don't take you seriously, dude. I really don't. I like to have fun with you because you're feeding my algorithm. So thank you. Half of you guys, if you guys are just spamming my chat with whatever, thank you for doing that because you're helping other people show up on my stream that need to be here. So I can't do this without you. So thank you for that. Thank you for your service and yeah, appreciate it. All right, getting back on topic. Diggity, we're gonna continue the animal talk when I walk, though, if you're okay with that. Well, I'll see what unfolds. How about that? Just know that, like, I understand where you're coming from. I completely do. I know what it feels like, because, like, I want to live in a world where there is nobody hurting anybody, and that means also no animals hurting other animals, like a lion killing a friggin' gazelle. I want everybody to just eat fucking grass. Right? Snakes not hurting anybody. Morning. Snakes not biting rats. Rats not eating like other things. But unfortunately, itself made the world in this wacky way. This is why I said, like, I had to just accept it, but deep down, like, I know that I have accepted it, but the mind's like, no. I would love if my parents would stop buying meat from the store so they can just make veggie, like just vegetables. But I do like the taste of it. I just wish it wasn't it didn't have to be from an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like I know there's like plant-based like burgers and stuff like that, and I've had them and they do taste great. It's just it's one of these things that I'm gonna have to, like, as I move to San Diego, I'm gonna start to reduce my consumption. Hell, if I could fucking not eat a damn thing ever again, I would do that. I would literally just not do that. Just turn me back into my light body while being on Earth and not have to consume anything. No water. I don't need to sleep. Hell, I don't need to even breathe. I can just exist without needing to breathe, not needing to eat or drink or sleep, or have to like shower and take care of any hygiene stuff. Get rid of my biology, essentially. I love to just get back to my true being. That way I am not morally tied to anything on the planet. I become basically neutral, like 100% neutral, and I just navigate. That's what I'm attempting to be in this, as much as I can, with this current body. But you know, every time I do consume meat, this is what I'm doing. I'm not just like wolfing it down. Before I even consume it, I say a prayer saying, thank you so much. I know that I'm not the one that hurt you and took your life away. And I know, and I want your soul to be at peace. But I do appreciate that your body now can be used for me to continue so I can help for the time being until I no longer am here. So this is my way of sort of like easing my, you can call it guilt, but I do not attempt to feel guilty, because guilty will eventually just bring you down. It will just literally bring you fucking down. It's a really shitty frequency to be in. You know, it was supposed to rain and it didn't rain. It's interesting. Maybe I'm holding off the rain. Anyways. This is where I stand when it comes to that. And I'm just navigating as best as I can. I said I was going to come down here for only a moment, and look, hey, I was going to come down here for a moment. Look, we ended up spending, what, more than 20 minutes? Have a good day, dude. Anonymous. You can reduce your food by shifting to keto. It's high fat since food has more, yeah, I'm going to be doing more of that. And that's fine. Remember, you're not meant to agree with me. I'm not here for any of you to agree with me. I'm here for you guys to just fucking decide whatever it is you want in your life and run with it. I don't need any of you to, hell, I don't need any of you to listen to what I'm saying. Just fucking decide. That's it. Decide and live your life. And do not go out in the world and create more problems for other people. Because you best believe I'm going to find you. Do not go out in the world and create more problems for other people. Live your life with peace and decide. Do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do, all of you. And go out in the world and do it. It's just that simple. That's why, like, the way I am is the way I am. Why is there a cake? I have no idea. He's just a troll. I say that, I'm saying that as a joke, Diggity. Chill out. I mean to say, just go out in the world and go do what you want to do and decide. Nothing more. God, some people can't take a joke, really. That's why I don't make jokes much. Relax. You're good. Anyways, decide whatever it is that you want and go and do it. That's it. And declare it within yourself. Whatever it is that you desire to have, declare it. Follow always your moral compass. That's why you were given free will. Because if everybody were to think the same things, do you think this world would be exciting? No, this would be absolutely boring. Because all of us would be just thinking the same things and doing the same thing. That's why my work is going to be endless. I forget who said it. We can't have... somebody said in the chat recently that like without like the negative, we can't have the positive. Or something of that nature. They said something along the line. I'm like, you're right. Because without people creating obfuscations, I wouldn't be able to do the work that I'm supposed to do. In fact, I'd just be just typing away, you know, IT. What sounds limited, T-Bray? No problem, Diggity. It's not hard. It's just something that we have to just navigate, right? It's just something we each of us have to navigate. Nothing more. I just know that I completely understand where you're coming from. I really do. I know where you're coming from, and I respect it. I really do. I respect everybody's like way of being. Even Clayton with the I need evidence. I need evidence. I respect him with his I need evidence stuff because, you know. Anyways, you guys get to decide and declare whatever it is that you desire to have. You're welcome. You don't need to apologize. You're good. You're perfect as you are. No one ever needs to say sorry to me. I don't need it, but I do appreciate it. I'm not going to throw it away. I fully receive, but it's not necessary. So you don't have to apologize to me. Because I myself had to go through these things myself. And unfortunately, due to the fact that I had to go through these things myself, I had to figure things out on my own. I didn't really have anybody to talk to when I was going through all these things. I had just myself. Like, did I have people in my life? Yes. But could I talk to them about these things? No. So guess what I had to do? I had to figure it out on my own. At least you guys maybe have others to talk to, but I didn't have anybody to talk to. Until last year when I started live streaming. And then I started making my own, like, you know, community. You know, Huang and Jessa, my two mentors, even though they're no longer my mentors, because I used to put them on a pedestal. They helped me with a lot of things, but there were still things that they couldn't help me with. I had to figure it out by myself. There was lots of pain, lots of suffering, lots of lonely nights, lots of dark days, just tons. I can't even emphasize, because I haven't lived anyone else's life. I only live my life. And none of you have seen my life except for what you're seeing on the camera, right? I am the same person off camera, but you know, you only seen me for my current time that you guys have seen me for, or the current time you've seen me for. So, you know, you haven't seen all the pain and the struggle. I can tell all of you guys had your own pain and struggle though, because I've been through it. Though the one who has been through it all is the one who can understand it all. So, yeah. You're welcome. That's the reason why, like, you know, just me sharing is helping. Maybe some, like, giving a perspective might help to open something up for you, you know? You're good. Just remember, I never have a problem with anybody. I don't, because I know I know your stories. I know your journeys. I may not have lived it, like exactly what you've been through, but I have the feelings that you all have felt. The pain. Even though, let's say, someone got heartbreak or somebody got rejected by a man or a woman, that underlying feeling of rejection is still the same across each of us humans. It might have a little bit of nuance here and there, but the underlying energy behind it is the same. So, like I said, the one who goes through it, there's another way of saying, the one who goes through it is the one who can understand it. So, I've been with all that. Me personally, I just want to become a breatharian and just breathe. Of course, do they last long? Well, some do and some don't. Right? That's intense on the body to be a breatharian, to just exist with breathing, not eating anything, maybe just drinking some water. But yeah, that's fine. You gotta follow your way of being, Diggity. Don't worry about it. I'm not here to hold anyone back or hold anybody hostage. Like I said, there are things I'm gonna say that's going to. What's up, Doc? There are things I'm gonna say that might piss some of you off. It is, and I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not here to build connections. I'm here to speak. I can't be attached like I used to be. So, Diggity, if this is the last time I see you, I wish you only the best, truly. I want you to have your best life, and remember to just decide whatever it is that you choose, decide, and shift perspectives whenever you can. I'll leave you with that. You know, you have to decide, right? Everyone's on their own journey. I'm not here for everyone, but I'm here for anyone. I can be for anyone, but I'm not here for everyone. So I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And this was just a moment for you to come on this channel for a bit, get some things, and then and discard the rest. That's why I always say, like, take what works and discard it. I hear you. Honestly, eventually that's what I'm going to be doing too. I'll be fully off of YouTube, and I'll probably be, well, the universe has a plan for me, and I'm just following the plan that I'm supposed to be walking. Yeah. You're welcome. But you know, just take care of yourself, okay? Know that you're doing great, and keep following that heart that you have, because you have a good heart. There's a duck here, by the way, but I don't have anything for you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna stop throwing rocks though, because, you know, he's right here. Hello, Bubba. And back he goes. So, take care of yourself. Whoa. He just found a shrimp. What the hell? Didn't know that we had shrimps in there. Interesting. See? Like, that shrimp is gone now. These are the things that I wrestle with. I'm like, why does an animal have to do what an animal does? Yeah. Or a crawfish. I think it's a crawfish. You're right. Not a shrimp. My bad. I think that's what that was. I literally just saw it eat right in front of me. speaking of what we were just talking about, I can't be mad at the duck. Like, the duck is doing what the duck is doing. It's following its own blueprint. Because it doesn't know anything about choice. Well, I have no idea, to be quite honest, how they are thinking or what they're doing, to be honest. They're just instinctual beings. Well, hello there, beautiful. Welcome. Just taking a moment. I was seeing a duck just swimming on by. We were talking about we're declaring stuff. I like the jumper. What? No jumper. This is just my normal stuff, just different sweater. Yeah, declaring what you want within yourself and having it. It's the same thing basically from yesterday. It's deciding and declaring. They go like two sides of the same coin. It's like asking and telling, or asking and commanding. So in the next couple of days, it still will be on this subject matter, because it's important. Many of us, we're not asking, or we're not declaring or deciding, or we're not choosing. We're simply just yeah. Oh, you do? I didn't know that. See? Now I know. Like hot as in, like, when you say hot, like that's what you like, or hot like it makes you feel hot? See, this is me clarifying right now, before me making the assumption. I always do my best to find ways to clarify. Thank you. I take that compliment. Now, if it's a woman telling me that, I'll take the fucking compliment. If it's a dude telling me that, I'm not going to take the compliment. Unless the dude's like, yo, dude, you're a handsome dude. Yeah, and they then follow up by saying that they're, you're just a handsome looking dude. Cool. Right? Those are things that, because, my past experience, this is one of the things the character still has to deal with, is when guys attempt to hit on me, because I don't play that way. I don't know what gives men the impression that I am playing that way. Is it the fucking headband? Is it the voice? Like, what is it, right? I have no fucking idea why some men thinks I like other men. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, there's nothing wrong with a guy liking a dude, but that is definitely not me. Not even close. So, and I'm gonna set the record straight to all my people out there. I like women, and I love women very, very much. This is when I start mentioning women, I get more into the human. So I stop being a fifth dimensional being and become a third dimensional character. And women love me too. That's right. So, anyways, I've decided and I've declared everything that I ever desired and ever wanted and needed, even though wanting and needing come from a place of lack, that I already have within myself. Let's see. That's so funny, Underboss, what you just said there. That's hilarious. It is. I was supposed to leave like I was supposed to only stop at the water for like a minute because it was supposed to rain at like 9 o'clock, but it's 9:30 and the rain hasn't fallen yet. So, and I like being at the water because it helps the mind to just chill out, right? Well, I'm chill, but we had an interesting conversation with Diggity earlier about, you know, more like morality regarding meat or regarding like eating animals, and I'm like, it's a very touchy subject because like it's not just that simple, right? Because I wrestled with that idea for a long time. They no longer say they can trust this channel. I'm like, that's fine. I completely understand. Like, because I've been where they've been, and you know, I had to come to these conclusions myself. So, but it is what it is. I've declared that no matter what, I'm going to keep walking my path. I cannot be swayed by anybody else's opinions. I have my way of being because I've been through what I've been through, so that I can live the way I'm supposed to live. And the universe wanted to work the way it wanted to work through this vessel. So here we are, doing and saying and being the way I'm supposed to be doing, saying and being things, right? Similar to like yesterday when we were talking, same thing, right? So there's going to be lots of touchy subjects on this channel. Like I said, this is going to be the most polarizing channel on YouTube. You either will love me or you will hate me. It's just that simple. And I'm good either way. Because here's the thing, a lot of people on YouTube want subscribers, wants people to like and follow. I don't care. Like, yes, feed the algorithm so people can show up so that they can hear what they need to hear. What's up, bro? They can hear what they need to hear, but they don't need to be here. If you want to be here, be here. If you want to hang out, hang out. If you want to not be here, don't be here. Like, if you've noticed my thumbnails, it always says subscribe or don't. I should say subscribe or don't. I don't care. I should add that little disclaimer. I don't care. I'm not your traditional YouTuber. This is not playing reverse psychology either. I really don't care, right? Whether someone likes me or they don't like me, if they love what I'm saying, cool. If they don't like what I'm saying, it is what it is. You didn't live my life to know why I'm saying what I'm saying. Nor did I live your life to understand why you're saying what you're saying. But I can understand what most people are saying because I've been through what most people have been through, while others haven't been through what I've generally been through. Not to put me on some like magical pedestal of like the most pain and suffering on the planet, because we tend to do that. A lot of us humans, we tend to say, my pain is much more difficult than your pain. No, pain is fucking pain, no matter what form it comes in. That's a bar, write it down. So, you know, this channel is going to be, I've declared it to be so, that this is going to be the most polarizing channel ever created. It's going to either attract the people who are in alignment and repel those who are not in alignment. Right? There are things that you're going to take away, and there's things that you're not going to like. I'm not here for any of you to ever agree with everything, 100% of the things I say. In fact, fight me on some of the things. Be my guest. But the thing is, when you're fighting me, just remember one thing, that you're the answer. And whenever I'm saying something, it's just me reflecting, it's just you reflecting it back to yourself from a different perspective, nothing more, nothing less. I'm just here to give a perspective, nothing else. It's a take it or leave it. You don't need to entertain it. You can entertain it. You can accept it. You can reject it. I'm totally neutral. I'm not like, you need to take this, and if you don't, then you're going to... No. Do whatever the fuck you want. That's how I roll. Because you have your own experience. That's why I've declared a lot of things in my life as it's done. It's finished. Complete. Finito. Yeah, I really don't care. Yeah, pain is a lesson. It's going to help build like mental toughness, resilience, fortitude, because when life comes knocking again, you'll be ready, right? Because life's going to come knocking on your door, all of us. And Anonymous, just my opinion, Ryan, I think You will attract only the people that wish to travel the narrow path. You're right. When you say the narrow, let me just make sure the narrow path is the path that most people are not walking. Is that what you mean, Anonymous? Like is the narrow path for you meaning the path that most are not walking, or the narrow path is the one that most are walking? Because that can go both ways. So just want to make sure I'm on the same page with you. Just so I know, because sometimes when I hear narrow, I think for myself that everyone's walking in like a straight line like a robot. Whereas like the wide path is the one that has no path. But I think I know what you mean. I think the narrow means the one that no one's actually walking. The path less traveled. Okay, perfect. I knew it was that. But I wanted to make sure, because I don't want to make that assumption. So I wanted to make sure I was aware. This is why I always do my best to ask. Because we all have our own definitions of things, right? Remember, I keep mentioning, each of us have our own definition of words, and I got to make sure I'm on the same page with your definition. So thank you for that. Yeah, perfect. Let me see, Rihanna, you said something. I do attract, look, see, there's a fly that was on my sweater. I can't hurt things anymore like I used to. Like, I just can't. In fact, I used to be terrified to even touch a bug. Now, I know what they are because they're energetic beings like me, and they're just simply doing what they're doing. What was I going to say? $9:39. I really do need to roll from here because I have a call at 3 o'clock today, and I have to get my abs done, shower, eat. Everything has to be done before 3. So I'm gonna have to get going, because when I get into a talk, it goes for hours. So I'll probably leave in about 10-15 minutes. In Central America, I went off the beaten path. Yeah, I'm walking the path that most won't walk. And the path is revealing itself. I'm the trailblazer. I blaze a trail wherever I go, and I'm opening up that path, and I'm showing that what I'm doing is possible for anyone else too. Because, like, again, I go back just a year ago right now. I really wish I had a second device so I can show you guys the live stream where I was crying my eyes out here. I'm literally getting pissed off and mad. And you're hearing the shit that I'm saying. You're hearing me like cursing the universe and saying fuck this and all this. It's all recorded. It's all fucking recorded on my other channel. That's why I'm so grateful for the other channel. It's my archive. T-Bray was here, a girl named Regina was here. I was sitting right in this spot, and I was getting friggin' mad. I was getting so fucking mad with everything. I was punching the rock. I was getting fucking mad. I was like angry at shit. I was crying my eyes out. I'm like, what the fuck, universe? I have all this wisdom and you're helping other people? It's bullshit. This is what I was doing, because I was declaring that the universe wasn't helping me. I was declaring that the universe was wanting me to suffer and is laughing at me. Still, up until last year, and I'm the dude that had read over 500 books, 700 audiobooks, watched 40,000 hours of YouTube content, like podcast after podcast. This is how my life was from 2020 to 2025, like mid 2025. Well, mid 2020, no. 2020 or 2020 to basically end of 2024 and a little bit of a 2025, little bit. I'd wake up, turn on something to watch on YouTube that was feeding my mind always, content after content, and the entire day was content. Even when I was at work, like when I had to go back to the office in 2022, which I fucking hated, I was making sure when I would drive the car to the subway station to then take the train that I was watching an audio like a podcast or something, like listening to a podcast or like listening to an audiobook. Always. There's always something I was doing. Even while I was working away, I had my earpods in. I was like typing away and listening to like inspiration and shit like that from like Lewis Howes and all them. But I was like, what the fuck is going on here? This is bullshit. Why haven't I figured this out? 500 fucking books and I still haven't figured it out? Come on, this is bullshit. There are people in the world that haven't even read one damn book and they're living their best life. What the fuck is going on here? More information doesn't make anything better. It makes you aware of things, yes, but doesn't make things any better. Perception. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's bullshit. Because I kept screaming such ridiculous shit to the universe. So the universe was only giving me the same thing. What's up, MK? Good to see you. I kept screaming out to the fucking universe, what the fuck? Did you put me here to suffer? Huh? Huh? Did you? I was literally screaming out loud, like a crazy man. Did you put me here to suffer? Huh? When I come back up there, you best believe I'm going to take you out. I basically said I was going to take out God. That's how much rage I had. Because I didn't understand that there was a second me playing a story that was an illusion. That yes, I went through the stuff, but it's still creating the problem and perpetuating it and not knowing that I am not the story. And I am not the mind. I didn't know that a year ago. That I was still adhering to the fucking mind. I have to use it to think. And yes, you still use it to think, but not to be identifying with the mind. To know you have a mind, to use it to think, to use it as a tool. So I was declaring to the universe last year, like, fuck you, universe. That's what I was doing. I was getting pissed off. I was getting mad. It's all recorded on my live stream. To show people that I wasn't all love and light and namaste and had it all figured out. I didn't. So when people are like, yeah, you had an easy life, you figured it out, it's easy for you to say Orion, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, go on my other fucking channel and you'll see it wasn't easy. That's why I have proof. I actually have empirical evidence. Now, do I have empirical evidence from 20 years ago? Of course not. I didn't even have a fucking phone 20 years ago. I had to borrow people's phones just to... And back then, 20 years ago, like, smartphones didn't exist. Or if they did, they were very limited. Texting was like... It's not like it is today. Didn't have cameras in phones back then, I don't think. When did the Samsung Galaxy S come out? When did the iPhone come out? 2007? 2008? I don't know. Whenever the first iPhone and Samsung phone came out, right? I didn't have it right away. I had it like a year or two later, but I didn't get it as it came out. So whenever it came out, that's when I had my first real like smartphone. I had a phone to call, and that was it. And it was one of those big ass Zach Morris phones from back in the day. I had one of those. Pretty awesome, by the way. I had one of those big ass Zach Morris phones. I should actually get one of those Zach Morris phones and see how it would work in 2026. And then of course I had the little Nokia, the indestructible one. The only thing you could do was play Snakes and Ladders or whatever the fuck game it was on there, and Pong. Couldn't do shit. You couldn't do anything with your smartphone back then because it wasn't a smartphone. It was literally a dumb phone. It's just a phone. Anyways, my point, what I'm saying is this, that I didn't have it all figured out, and I couldn't record all my stuff back then. So I started recording everything last year, and it was perfect that everything got recorded last year. I should have started recording in 2020 to be fair, but I was scared shitless to turn on a camera and record myself. I've come a long way in a very short amount of time, and I give myself a lot of fucking credit. For me, it's natural to be in front of a camera now. Like, it's easy. This is like nothing. But when I first started if you go back on my other channel and you see my first video, you'll be like, because I was using my original name, which is not my true name. This is my true name that I have, just so you all know. I was given a name that I hated, and I fucking hated that name. That's why I changed my name. This is my real name. This is the name that I was supposed to have. Anyways, I had to go through an experience with my name. But on that other channel, you will see this, I want to help the world, and I'm not looking at the camera, and I'm like all shy, and I'm nervous, and I'm like, I just want to help people, and la 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 la. And he wasn't fucking confident. He didn't know what the fuck he was saying, because he was where he was based on his frequency. He didn't know shit about anything at that moment. But he was where he was, and I give himself grace, because I give myself grace in every present moment for not being aware of how to actually be. And now, here we are, because I've declared that I'm a very confident person. And I've decided that. And that nothing is impossible for me. And I can do anything as long as I know that I will find the answers right here, because I declare that to be true. And so, that other channel is proof of the evolution that I've been through. So if any of you ever watch my other channel and seen any of my stuff, and you can go on this channel and you can find the other channel. It's called Featured Channel. Click it. You don't need to subscribe. In fact, don't subscribe to the channel. Do not subscribe, because I'm not using that channel again. And it's literally there as my archive. So thank you, YouTube, for being my fucking storage. So I didn't have to buy 20 terabytes of hard drive space just to hold my data. So thank you, YouTube, for being my storage facility. And all of it is there. All of it. All of it is there. That's why it's important to record. See yourself. Because then you get to see all kinds of stuff. MK, I'm good, girl. Because you're not real, Clayton, in my opinion. You're just a bot. So I want you to show empirical evidence that you're human. I'm done with you, though. I'm gonna get one of my mods to remove you soon, or I'm just gonna boot your ass out of here. You come back, I'll boot your ass out of here too, because you're just wasting my time. You're just an annoying, distracting little third-dimensional character with a second-dimensional mind. So I'm done with you specifically for now. Anyways, so my point to say what I'm saying is that I didn't figure this shit out. I didn't have it figured out even up until last year. I got to understanding this in August. Last year, August. So it hasn't even been a full year, and I figured out how the mind actually works. August last year. So we're not even at July yet. So we're what, 10 months in now? I figured out what the fuck is going on with the mind. And going forward, the mind will have no choice but to listen to what I have to say now. It has no choice. It's not running the show anymore. It wants to, but I'm not letting it. And so, for me, I've decided and I've declared that the mind now is is working with me, and I'm not working with and the mind's not using me. I've decided that the mind is working alongside me, and I am not its slave anymore. Most of you just need to decide what it is that you really, really, truly desire to have within, and just fucking decide on it and walk the path as it is done. Not as if. If implies not or might. No. As it is done. It's finito. Decide and declare it to be done. You have to be fucking definitive. Most of you are still adhering to this thing called time. Yes, we still use time to navigate, to know that, yes, I have an appointment at 3 o'clock, or I actually have a call at 3 o'clock today, and I got to get my ass going. I'm going to stop at 10 o'clock here, and I'm going to roll back. But when it comes to your desires, or having whatever it is that you really desire to have in the physical, you have to first possess it within, mentally, emotionally, before it comes into the physical. Just declare it and decide. It's just that simple. The mind's not going to make it feel simple, and I keep saying the same thing over and over. I'll keep repeating that, because there's always going to be someone new scrolling on by. The mind's not going to make things simple. And you have to be aware that the mind is not always on your side. The mind has its own psychology and philosophies. It has your story, but it also has twisted a lot of the story, and it's taking things for what it's actually not. But created a doppelganger. That's why you have to see yourself as two versions of you now. If you want to overcome your mind, you have to see yourself as another version of you. Two versions. The one without the mind and the one with the mind. Which one is the one that has, the one that operates with no mind? You're still using it to think, of course. That version of you doesn't adhere to your fucking stories and your traumas and your limitations. Your traumas are an experience that you can eventually release and push through. But you can transcend time and transcend your traumas and your triggers. And even if you get triggered in the physical, that's actually a good thing. You know why? Because you're energetically purging things out of you anyways. It's like taking the like the paper, somebody wrote some bad word or some shit about you. It's like you're burning it when you get triggered. Don't let anybody gaslight you into thinking getting triggered is a bad thing. It's not. Change the meaning. Change the meaning, change your life. That's a bar, write it down. Morning, sister. You good? I'm great. Change the meanings, change your life. Just that simple. This is no fluff. There's no fucking magic technique. It just decide. You can use your techniques if you want, whatever that is. You might have to use your techniques, but just fucking decide what it is and declare it to be done. It's just that simple. The mind doesn't want you to understand what I'm saying, though, because it wants to fight. I can see it. With some messages, I can see the fighting. Based on the typing and the words that are being shared, the mind wants to fight. I'm attacking your mind. I'm not attacking your soul. Your soul is working with my soul. But I'm penetrating that mind of yours to tell it to basically fucking stop and get your human to relax. But it doesn't want you to relax. It wants you to keep going. It wants you to keep dealing with bullshit, struggling. You can overcome anything. You just have to declare it as, I can overcome it. And I am overcoming, and I have overcome it by going beyond time. If you keep adhering to time, that things take time, and things, you have to go through things, guess what? You're adhering to the law that you've made of time. And you see other people getting trapped up with time because you think that it has to take time, but who said that had to be the case? Who made the rules? They did? Because you see other people doing it, they are also clueless. I keep bringing her up. There's a woman that I know who still healing after 10 years. What the fuck? I gave her my perspective. I shared it with her, but she will not let go of it because the mind will use the beliefs that's holding you hostage and wrap it around your identity. So the moment your beliefs get dissolved or be removed, then your identity also gets dissolved and removed. And guess what happens? You're like, who the fuck am I? And your identity, your sense of self and your identity feels like you've just died. And that's a fear that the nervous system will feel. I basically killed myself internally. I've done a lot of death meditations within. That's why like now I'm more immune to a lot of the bullshit that I see, because I'm like, it's just fucking third dimensional words with second dimensional perspectives that have no relevancy to anything. It has no effect on me anymore. I'll look at it and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this person? That's their mind. I'm basically speaking to a bunch of minds, and I know when I'm speaking to a mind versus a bunch of souls. Where you guys like MK and Underboss and Anonymous and T-Bray and Apocalypse, I'm talking to the soul, because you guys are talking from the soul. Rihanna, Chelsea, from the soul. But sometimes the mind does get in the way, and I do catch the mind. It's okay, my mind gets in the way too. Nothing wrong with that. But you'll know the difference between heart space, knowing, versus mind space, thinking. You'll know the difference. You will viscerally feel something different. It can't be explained with any word though. Is it 10 o'clock? It's not 10 o'clock, but we're rolling out. Girls, 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 I do adore Jay-Z song. Awesome. All right. I'm gonna roll out because we gotta go. I had to go and buy another gimbal, and I'm gonna replace my other one. So it's gonna come Saturday, which is perfect because Friday we're taking a drive, so I don't need the gimbal whatsoever. Tomorrow I'm not gonna be really talking about much. I'll just be driving. But if there's questions in the chat, and I can see the chat while I'm driving, I will respond to the comments. Do animals have souls? They do. They absolutely do. 100% they do. Those ducks over there? Absolutely they do. They are just as sentient as us. They just traded thinking and logic for instinctual things. But yes. I like that duck over there. It's just like sitting on the rock. It's just like chilling over there. It's cute. I like it. All right. Water, thank you. I wasn't expecting to be standing here today, but I appreciate you holding the rain for me. And universe, if you want to hold off the rain until I get back, that would be great too. But thank you, water. It was good to have you. We won't be seeing the water tomorrow. I wonder how I'm going to get 10K in tomorrow. That's going to be interesting. Maybe I wake up really, really early, get my workout done, and then like go for my walk by myself and just like get my 10K in somehow before I take my drive. I'll figure it out. Some way, somehow, I'm going to get my 10K. Even if I have to fucking run at like 12 a.m. in the house, like doing my steps, then I'll do just that. I'll always find a way to do my 10K. All right, water, I'll see you tomorrow. Or I'll see you Saturday. And water, make sure whoever comes here that you help them out. Cool? Capiche? Thank you, water. Adios, water. I'll see you Saturday. Unfortunately, I don't have the gimbal, so you guys are going to see the shakiness of me walking. That's why I really do appreciate the gimbal, because it makes the footage more smooth while I'm walking. What's up, Sadia? Do you believe humans can reincarnate to animals in the afterlife? I don't believe. I know. There are some who decide to can they decide to go back as animals for whatever reason, the human mind will never understand that because it has to see things to believe it. Because the mind always wants physical proof and evidence of things, but the mind is limited. It's linear. It's not, and it's very logical. It has limitless potential, but it operates from a limited standpoint. It can't see everything, and it won't be able to see anything. Like, for example, this squirrel that's here can see things so much more clearly than us in terms of from the physical standpoint. They can see things from a further distance than we can. We have a limited range of what we can visibly see. Like dogs and cats, their eyesights are so much more vast. Like to them, we're like walking in slow motion. Like when we throw a frisbee, when they see the frisbee, it's like slow motion to them. Sure, they're running, but to them, they don't see a frisbee the way we see a frisbee when we throw it. So for them, they can perceive a lot of things that we just can't see. Like dogs, they have really good keen sense of like when another dog's been here. Even from a mile away, they know that another dog has been here. Because they can see like things from a further distance. Same with cats. And same with other animals. We traded a lot of the vision and the hearing for our thinking. That's what separates us from them. Otherwise, we're just animals. We are animals, but I mean, we have the ability to think. And thus we create all these like words. And then this is why I'm getting to the root of it all, the primordial thing. Where if we didn't have words, we're just fucking animals. We wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that we're doing based on our thinking. We have no thinking and no words. And our words are what's binding us to our experience with our senses, because our words create emotion from within. And then when we use certain words, like I know versus I believe, you feel the difference. It's conviction. Animals, they have their own language, like, you know, the birds are singing or chirping. The squirrels, they do their little sound or whatever they do. But they are just being what they're being. They're just following their blueprint. They won't deviate from the blueprint unless a human trains them to go beyond their blueprint that they have. We have our own blueprints too, but our blueprint is very fluid and flexible. It can be shifted at any time. Hey Jay, the trail, well, I only walk a quarter of the trail. This trail is very, very long. I can't really tell you in kilometers or miles because it's just too long. Because this is just half of it, or a part of it. Morning. This is just like a part of it. There's like where I end my trail walk, it stretches on for another like hour and a half if you were to walk. Taking the bike would take like 30 minutes. Going back the other direction, like behind me, there's this part, and then you have to cross over the street, and then there's a second part, and that can split into 3 different directions. And each direction is pretty long. One direction takes like 40 minutes to get to, one takes 20 minutes. Like, this is why riding the bike. Walking will take probably an hour to 2, depending on how fast you're walking, maybe 3. So it's a long trail. So if you were to walk from the beginning of the other end of the trail to that end, it'll take roughly 6 to 7 hours to walk. It's pretty long. Yeah. It's a good trail though. I'm lucky to have it in Toronto before I leave, because if I didn't have this trail and I was like just in a neighborhood where I'm just around a bunch of houses, or if I was in downtown Toronto where there's just buildings and just a bunch of people and noise, I think I would have probably gone crazy. So I'm very lucky that this trail has helped me to really slow down my inner world to allow me to see and perceive things easier, so that I can get more grounded when I do go into those environments where it is more noisy, more chaotic, because I'll already have now the sense of I've been in an environment where it's been more relaxed, more calm, more chill, to now when I go into a more chaotic and noisy environment, that I know to stay grounded within myself, because I've been in this state for longer than I have the chaos and the calamity. But if you had asked me this 7 years ago, I didn't know what this felt like, this peace, because I myself was trapped and stuck just doing and just keep doing and just more doing, and never had a time to really sit down and just chill out. Even while I was sitting and playing video games, I wasn't relaxed. I was always stressed out. I was very tense. And tension has its part in our life, but most of us are living beyond what it's supposed to be doing. We're supposed to have released a lot of the tension. We're supposed to be more relaxed. Remember, y'all, practice the love and authenticity, especially authenticity. Sadia, if you're still here, good luck, because Underboss is not going to deviate from his blueprint. He talks about surveillance and monitoring and TOS and terms of services and all kinds of demons and stuff like that. That's his path. He's not going to deviate. So either find someone else to chat to, or speak with me if you want. Sure, JVJ. Unless you're right behind me, which there is no one. Nice try. Nice attempt. Good morning. Great, yourself? Good. Enjoy your day. Prepared to get robbed. Go for it. Watch what's going to happen, though. Don't underestimate me. Just because I may seem like a kind person in the physical, that doesn't mean that I will not drop you in the physical. Morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. I left a little bit earlier because of, rain.
Oh.
Yeah.
What time?
It was supposed to rain at 9 o'clock, so didn't want to take that chance because phone. Yeah. All good with you? Good stuff. Perfect. Keep smiling.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Thank you. Let me see. Well, to be playing a little bit of advocacy here, not all of America is like what Underboss is projecting, because that's not true at all. Because when I'm in San Diego, Americans are like, they over there feel like more like Canadians, even though Canadians, if you go downtown, they'll feel like more like Americans. Even though what the fuck is actually determining American and Canadian? Is it a way of being? Is it a personality? Like, what is it? What determines a Canadian or American? Not being born, I'm referring to like personality. Like, what is it? Because like when I'm in San Diego, I don't see Americans. I just see a bunch of happy people that enjoying their time. It's the same thing when I'm here. It's because it's my inner world. Now, if I go to a war-torn country, that's a different story. There's not going to be a bunch of happy people, and I don't put myself in situations that, you know, where death is like lingering like that. Like it's a higher chance of like getting, you know. But yeah. That would be the government. Yeah, Cody. Probably, yeah. Probably. Because I can guarantee you, if I go downtown, I mean, based on my energy, everyone's gonna be all right. Everyone's gonna be cool. But like, if I were to teleport back 7 years ago, and I were to be where I was, and let's say I take the stream with me 7 years in the past, you guys would see a totally different vibe. You'd be like, man, people are rude. People are like, ugh. So many people who think Canadians are so nice and kind, yeah, that is totally not the case. In my universe, everybody is, but like, that's not because it's Canadian. It's just that in my universe, everybody's starting to remember who they are. But for those who are still playing the third dimensional game and have like, think that Canadians are just sweet and loving and caring, yeah, come to Toronto and you'll really see. Go to downtown Toronto and you'll see your experience. If you haven't worked in your inner world yet and you're still playing the third dimensional game, you'll see a bunch of angry people who will just stare at you like you're some sort of robot. Well, you can exclude me from that list, bro, because I'm not nice. I'm not nice at all. And I'm definitely not Canadian. I'm just randomly talking. We were just saying like, because Underboss brought up something like, this is Canada and Canada is different than like America. I'm like, that's not entirely true, because wherever I go, it feels the same to me. I can go to New York City right now and it'll feel the same to me because of my inner world. Where I go, peace and harmony follows me. So I can go to downtown Toronto right now and peace and harmony, I will find peace and harmony, even amidst the chaos and calamity and all the suits. I call them the suits, with their briefcases and their suit and ties and their dresses and their high heels, and just like walking in the straight line, like marching an army, going to their trains and coming out of their trains into their office and having all kinds of like unnecessary noise and obfuscations in their life based on their third dimensional realm. Hey, morning. Their third dimensional realm experience of working in a corporate environment. Because I've been there. I've had to experience that. But I will find the peace amongst all that. So yeah, wherever I go, I will find peace with me, always, and harmony, because that's my state of being. As within, so without. There might be some calamity around, but that's other people creating their own projection from within outwards. But I have my own, and I'm projecting outwards. We're always projecting, just so you all know, both positive and negatively, and neutrally as well. Yeah, it's gonna rain in a moment. I can feel it. Hold off. Let it hold off for another 20 minutes or so. Do I read the Bible? I did, but not from a religious standpoint. I read it from a purely metaphysical standpoint. So I had to disassociate it from a Christian standpoint and read it from a very neutral standpoint to see what they were actually saying via words. Most people misperceive words, but they're perceiving it the way they're supposed to perceive it based on the level of awareness that they're at. So like when you're reading a book, it doesn't matter what book it is, you're not reading the book, you're reading your level of awareness. That's a bar, write it down. Anytime you're reading any books, you're reading it from the state of being and the level of awareness that you're currently at. You're not going to be wrong, it's just where you're at. How can you? It brought you to this point in your journey. Right? So I read the book, but not from a religious standpoint, from a purely metaphysical standpoint. What does metaphysical mean? It means, you can call it spiritual, you can call it from a purely, that's a good way of, because when I say metaphysical, that's essentially like saying spiritual, from a way that is like very like neutral. It just sees things for what it is. It's not attached to like it has to be this way or that way. It's just kind of like neutral. That's the best way I can say metaphysical, is very neutral standpoint. Good question, MK. Morning. Have a great day. Thank you. Apocalypse. I mean, I haven't drank an energy drink since 2013. I'll never tell anybody to not drink them, but I'm also not advocating that we should drink it either, you know? Okay, so there's Chris. We saw him earlier. He was walking with Tom. Tom's already gone, but Chris is still here. I do have to use the bathroom, so I'm gonna go use the bathroom quickly. I'm gonna mute myself.
You're like nice, but then afterwards it's like fuck off.
No.
What's up, dude?
If you realize something with her.
What's
yeah,
up?
how you?
Good, you?
If you realize something with her.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom, so I'm gonna mute myself. 3, 2, 1. Clayton, you're also making shit up. So, prove to me that you're human. Prove to me that you're empirically real. Go ahead. So, back to Apocalypse, because I'm not entertaining Clayton because he's just a troll. I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, Apocalypse. You got to choose if that's something that feels in alignment. If energy drinks help you, then let it help you, right? It's the meaning that you're giving things. So if you do drink energy drinks and it helps you, then use it. I remember there's a guy that I used to work with, and that's the only time I drank the energy drink with him, was he drank 3 energy drinks before the morning shift. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? But he's like, what's the difference between me drinking an energy drink and you drinking tea? I'm like, that's fair. That's a fair point. So in that moment, I'm like, I mean, if it's helping him, it's helping him. Is that stuff good for your body? Well, that's subjective. What might be good for some might not be good for others, and vice versa. So that's why, like, to each their own when it comes to that. The unseen, that's what spiritual is, unseen. But your mind can't perceive that because your mind's too locked to, I need evidence. That's what spiritual actually means, unseen. Nothing more, the unseen. And the unseen for me is neutral, because the unseen is all one thing. It's not good nor bad from that standpoint, because the unseen from the other side operates from a non-dualistic standpoint. We live in a dualistic realm. And it was yesterday, Shapeshifter who said, I'm glad that we have duality because this place would be fucking boring. And I have to agree with him on that one. Because without duality, I wouldn't be able to do my work. I'd be just like everyone else, and we'd all just be thinking the same thing and saying the same things. It's boring. So Clayton's a little bit of a spice, little spice in my life. That's why I keep him around. But he is also doing me another favor by feeding my algorithm. He'll figure it out, though, someday. I asked all the same questions he asked. The only difference is I was open to hearing perspectives. That's it. That's the only difference. I chose to be open and not just be fixed to one way thinking. That's why I understand what he's saying, but to prove and all this stuff to him, there's no point. It's just a waste of my time. Quite literally, there's no point. When someone is too fixated on logic and more logic, empirical evidence, there's no point. Sure. And whatever education system you've gone through has failed you too. Everything that you say to me, you're basically saying to yourself. So keep going. Keep insulting. You're just insulting yourself. You're basically reflecting it back at you. It has nothing to do with me. Yeah, you are. Because you don't know shit from the mind level. You literally don't know shit. But you'll figure it out eventually. Eventually you will figure it out. Because you haven't figured shit out. You still have no idea about anything. You're a clueless little human. Or maybe a clueless little robot who still hasn't figured shit out. Poke the bear. Don't expect for me to just sit back and take your little abuse. I'll put you in your place. And I'm not your bro. What's up, Scott? Good to see you, bro. No problems. Just someone being his trolly self. I'm keeping him around though because he's feeding my algorithm. Without him, my algorithm is not being fed. I do usually elevate my tone at times, but it's still, for me, it's just all a game. I get to have fun. I let my character come out at times. I have to make sure my character doesn't become like, dull. Gotta keep him sharp, just in case we need to deal with the third dimensional mind with a second dimensional perspective. Not all the time, but I gotta keep it sharp. If you don't use it, you lose it. If you can observe it, how can you put a label on it? You sure you wrote that correctly? Oh, it's starting to drizzle. As long as it stays like this, it's okay. So it all depends on how long they're working with me. Hello, have a great day. In the beginning, with my first client, I only charged $3,000 for 2 months. But because I've already upped my prices with my other clients, it all depends on what we're working on. The price ranges from $10,000 to $50,000. But when I'm working with them, it's one-on-one. There's no distractions. But they're also capable of paying that because they're 7 to 9 figure entrepreneurs. So for them, 10,000 is like nothing. It's like throwaway money to them. There are coaches that are charging hundreds of thousands of dollars that are giving you, that are only giving you like 0.2% of even what I just shared. And then they'll force you to pay more just to give you another like 0.2% of what I'm giving, because where they're at, they're coming from a purely humanistic standpoint. Are there things helpful? Well, it is. I'm not saying it doesn't help, but the fact that they gatekeep a lot of things so that you can you get charged $100,000, like that's like Tony Robbins. You want to work with Tony Robbins directly, $100,000 minimum just to work with him, because he's got the reps. But the thing is, you know, he's been around for what, 50 years doing this thing, so he has the right to charge that. But when I used to listen to Tony Robbins and stuff back in the day, he was helpful, but he only helped me to get as far as he could, because he's not as far as most people think he is. He's where he's at. He's basically like the entry level to like personal development. And from there, he opens up doors to other avenues that you can go and explore, like spirituality, metaphysics, the esoteric, by, you know, having other people who are in that field, and will eventually run into them at some point. Good morning. Have a great day, both of you. Thank you. Am I as good as Tony? I'm just as good as Tony. Have I been doing it for 50 years like he has? No. He's been around for 50 years doing it. He's been doing this stuff since before the internet existed. He was on those, what are those things they call infomercials back in the day, back like at night? I think they're called infomercials. Like you see him at 11 o'clock at night talking about the mind. So he grew his following over decades. Maybe. We'll see. I don't really care to be better or anything. I'm just here to serve. And so I can go home, so that the rest of you can live your most epic life by doing whatever it is that you need to do, and knowing that you have the power within yourself. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not here to give beliefs and ideologies. I'm just here to literally give a perspective. That's why there's no point getting into a bunch of stupid arguments with people who don't understand what I'm saying. It's just a waste of my time, quite literally. I can use that time and energy for service than be battling about, I need evidence, I need a bunch of evidence, and all this other shit. That's why I am where I am now, because I don't fight things like that like I used to. I used to be the type of person that would go onto people's Facebook posts and Instagram posts and YouTube channels and drop heavy 5-paragraph essay type of comments and whatnot, proving that you're wrong and this and that. I don't do that anymore. They are where they are based on their level of awareness. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't have time for that. That was the character wanting to be intellectually superior. I don't care to be intellectually superior. I know what I know, and that's enough. That's all I care about. And in the process of my experience, anyone that feels, something of resonance to what I've shared, and it helps them, cool. I don't want to take credit for anybody's thing, because it's not me, it's you that's doing it yourself. That's what the universe has in store for me. That's why, for me, it's all about service. Not getting into stupid arguments about who's right and this and that and all this other shit. It's a waste of time. I didn't come here for that garbage. I'm all for people debating, but most people, when they're debating, it turns into a full-blown like fight for most people. So I'm not here for third dimensional games like that. Well, I mean, clients will show up. I already knew I had clients within, and then they showed up on the tail end of my other channel, randomly. And as I started this channel, they're like, I really like what you're saying. I think you can help me. They DM me on Instagram because they saw this YouTube channel when I first started out, and that's how they found me. That's why I know like everything's working out for me, and I'll always have like an abundance of clients because I have that like deep inner knowing now going forward. Morning. Car coming? No. I'm here to help whoever I'm supposed to help. And those who are supposed to find me will find me. Like, there are people right now who can't stand Tony Robbins. Like, they absolutely hate him. They think he's a scammer. And that he scams people for all their money. There are people who think motivational speakers, I'm not a motivational speaker, but think that motivational speakers are scammers too. That they're all about a bunch of scammers. Fake, like pumping you up and then taking all your money. Is that true? Well, that depends on the person and their belief. What you believe to be true is true. Nothing more, nothing less. Everyone is their own inner like universe, and they have all different types of choices to take or don't take. How much what? I'm not looking at the chat much, so again, I might be missing context. Okay. If you believe that, Clayton, that's why I am where I am, and you're suffering inside somewhere, and you're like jacking off somewhere just to get some sort of like relief. It is what it is, dude. No, I'm not walking crisscross, but I don't have the gimbal in my hand today, Marcel, so my hand is holding the phone as stable as I possibly can. But due to the fact that when I'm walking, the legs vibrate the body, it vibrates my arm. Like I'm holding it as like firmly and as straight as possible, but it's still rattling. So unfortunately, there's no gimbal, because the gimbal right now it's acting funky. Like, I turned it on this morning and it decided to keep the motor was like rattling, and it wasn't allowing the phone to stay stable. And then once it keeps rattling, it basically will just turn itself off. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I already ordered a new one, so it's coming on Saturday. And since tomorrow we're going to London, I don't need it for tomorrow anyways. I'll be in the car. Yeah. Be careful with what you wish for. It's true. It's true, Soul Fam. It's so true, dude. I brought him into my life so that I could keep... Oh. Wait, he has a little dog too? I thought he had a big dog. Hey! Oh boy. I thought you had a bigger dog.
Brighton.
Bryden. Gotcha. When did you get her? Bella.
That's a pretty attractive one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got Brighton, it's a pretty big, those big bags of food.
Right.
They cost you a lot of money, you know those big bags?
Yeah.
A lot of money. This is okay.
Yeah.
It is like a human being.
Yeah.
You know, as big as those big bags. A lot of very expensive, few $100s.
I bet.
Yeah.
When did you get Bella?
That's my daughter's.
Oh, it's your daughter's.
My
Gotcha.
daughter needs a break from the dog and brought him over.
Gotcha.
My mom passed away last Saturday.
Ah,
Right. I had a funeral yesterday.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's why we got to value every moment we're here.
Take care of yourself.
I will, always. Boss, I sense relief, yes, but it's very subtle. Diggity, I don't know if you really do or you don't. If you feel like you do, you know, seek out someone who is in alignment. But I can tell you that, you know, you're going to be your own book, your own answers. Even when you do get coaching from someone else, and I tell my clients this, as soon as they start working with me, I tell them right off the bat that everything I'm about to tell you, you have it within yourself. And they're like, I understand, but they really want to let go of some things, and I have to ask them certain questions that they wouldn't have asked themselves. That's really what it comes down to. Asking yourself certain questions, really doing a lot of deep level introspecting within yourself, and like allowing your mind to get out of the way. It's a little challenging when you have to do it yourself though. I had to do it for myself, but I'm like, is that really true? Is that me? I kept doing that. Like, is that really like, am I the one saying that, or is that something else saying that? Like, then I had other coaching with people asking me certain questions. I paid. I invested over $100,000 in coaching. It helped, but they can only get me as far as they have gone themselves. Now, looking back in hindsight, was it worth the investment? That depends. If it was really just that simple, then I wouldn't have invested $100,000, but I had to go and invest over $100,000 in coaching to get to this. Oh my God, it really is just that simple? Okay. Do I have regrets? No. There's no regrets. It was an experience that I had to go through. Do I want to walk through the grass? Yeah, I want to walk through the grass. I guess they just planted that. I didn't see that before. Wow, look at the sky. The sun should be somewhere like over here in that spot. And it's there. It's just the clouds are covering it right now. That's basically what the mind is doing. I'll use the sun and the clouds as a metaphor. The cloud is the mind blocking the what everyone's looking for, the sun, within themselves. It's always shining, it's always bright. It just is. But the clouds are what creates all the the obfuscations and the problems. AKA the suffering. The struggle. The struggle is going to happen. The suffering is going to happen. But it's not mandatory. It will happen. It will strengthen you. It will build resolve, build character. Because there's always going to be another experience that's going to be just as challenging or a little bit more challenging than the previous one, and you'll be able to handle it because you've already been through some set of struggle to know that you can handle it because you already went through it. And if you look back on your life, there's many things that you all had to overcome, and you didn't think you were going to overcome it, but you did. And you're still here. That's how powerful each of you are. There's not a single person, except for maybe babies right now, or anyone who's at least over 10 years old presently on the planet, who hasn't faced some sort of struggle or suffering already. All right, so 10:49. I won't be staying too long on the stream because I got stuff to do today. I have a call at 3 p.m. Well, it's the words that you're saying to yourself. I didn't save anybody's life. You saved your own life by you deciding to listen and hear the words from your soul level, not your mind. So give yourself the credit, Marcel, not me. I'm not here for credit. You saved your own life. Sure I did. I stopped for a millisecond. That counts. And I looked both ways. And I'm not driving, I'm walking. Thank you, rain, for not raining and getting me back closer to the house before you do start pouring down. It's supposed to rain a lot today. And watch, it doesn't rain at all. It just stays like this all day. I'm good either way. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. 3:30, maybe 4. 4 o'clock for sure. 3:30, maybe even 3. Just so I can get everything done before 8 a.m. See if I can go for an early walk too. So I can get at least some of my steps in. A fire truck could be helpful. Maybe. All depends on the situation at hand. Little birds. If it starts raining as soon as we get back, that'll be awesome. Looking forward to tomorrow, hanging out with a friend I hadn't seen in a long time, having great conversations with her. When my brother them come back, I'm gonna make sure I have the car to the side. I'm expecting them to probably come back maybe around 5, 6 o'clock, give or take. I'll move the car out so it'll be easier so they don't have to wake up. I'll leave them a text and ask them when are they coming back. Saves me some time in the morning instead of having to move their car out and then mine out. I don't have a website. I have a link. From there, I determine whether you and I are a good fit. The link is in the description. It should be in the description in every video. From there, you book a one-on-one with me and I determine whether we work together or not. I feel things out intuitively. I don't just take anybody. We are back. Well, if the car is on this side, that means they're going to park back here, so that's good. And it's starting to rain. Not heavily, but it's starting to rain. It's pretty cool. Thank you, universe, for making sure that you held the rain off until I got back. Then I have to put, I know why. Because I'm using Streamlabs, so I have to fix that. All right. If you think I'm a fraud, then I'm a fraud. Okay. No matter what I do, you're not going to like me, so it doesn't really matter, bro. So, it is what it is. No. Rain is good. I love rain. Well, what made you under the impression that I was going to melt? I wanted to make sure my phone didn't get wet because my phone is not waterproof. And I have the microphone that's attached has a receiver. And if the water gets to that piece, then my phone could potentially short out. That's why for me, if I wasn't streaming, I don't care if the rain falls. Let the rain fall. I love rain. But if, when I'm streaming, it's a different story. Pretty talkative today. It's good. I like it. I see you're dropping your jokes. I'm happy. Let's see what we got. Under boss, chemical. Okay. Sadia, it's good to have you on every so often now. Glad you're more chill. I know when we first connected, it was a little rough, but I'm glad that you're here. Good morning, dude. Thank you. This is the sweater that you always would have seen me wearing. This is like my favorite sweater. Unfortunately, it's starting to get a little damaged, little like threads coming in and out now because I overwear it. But I want to say it feels more like 22 degrees. It's hot, but it's not hot to the sense where I'm sweating because the sun's not out. It's like 22, give or take. It's so fascinating just to read some of these comments. It's hilarious. Hello. I read your comment. I was like, I'm not reading everybody's comments though. I'm just seeing what's who's saying what, and I'm just taking a moment to just relax and just chill. Sure. If that brings you joy, awesome. We're gonna not try this again, Clayton. So you'll figure it out, dude. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Going for it. I'm smiling because I choose to smile, not because of someone else. Let's see. Man, I wonder why you keep your phone and other accessories even as old when you get paid six figures. Because I don't find it important. I'm not a human that keeps buying technology every day like they change their underwear. I used to though. I'd buy the latest phone every time it would come out. And I had a collection of phones. I know what's important in life and it works. If it wasn't working, I'd already bought the phone. I basically take things until they break, until they fully are like done. I already told you the answer, Clayton. What's the point? There's no point. So, yeah. You change your AirPods every 3 months? Well, clearly, that's whack, dude. That's like, there's spending money and then there's throwing money away for things. But remember, everybody has their own values, right? So like if that's what brings you joy to change your AirPods every 3 months, do it. I bought those AirPods 4, I have a 2-year warranty with it, and I will most likely have a switch in a year's time. But you don't see me running out buying the next AirPod 5 when it comes out. I wait till they start to like lose like a lot of battery. Like this phone, just so you excuse me, just so you know, the battery, even though it may not be the greatest right now, it still got me back. Yes, I had this thing, but like the quality is good. Like right now I'm not 1080p 60, I'm 720p 24 frames. But when I do turn it to 1080p 60, it looks good. I look at my own streams, I'm like, man, the quality looks actually pretty good. So like, why do I need to upgrade when YouTube and Streamlabs are just compressing it anyways? It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. It's not even any faster, right? Apple, for like specifically, they optimize their software. Now, of course, 10 years from now, this phone is not going to be working as great 10 years from now. By then, I'll have a new phone, of course. But I usually I usually buy it and invest in really good stuff and let it last for as long as I can, and then I invest in other stuff. So my philosophies in buying technology is vastly different from yours, but that doesn't mean that mine's is any better than yours and yours is better than mine. You see? You choose to spend more money on AirPods, whereas I invest my money wisely and will buy AirPods maybe every 3 to 5 years, depending on the battery and how often I use it. So that's the difference. I use it more wisely. I'm not saying you're not, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like every 3 months AirPods are dying. Really? That doesn't make any sense. Given by parents, don't know what to do, so I buy random stuff. I see. Gotcha. I mean, it is what it is, right? You were handed cash. I had to work for my cash. But now, like, my work is not really work, it's more play. But I'm currently using the money to invest in certain things so that I can go to San Diego and live there. Remember, whatever choices you're making, they are what they are, right? So I'm just sharing, like, that's just my philosophy. Like, for me, I won't buy the newest iPhone every year as it comes out. That's just stupid. For me, that's just dumb. This is a waste of technology. Like, I just bought this one, like let's say this was the iPhone 17. I'm not going to go run out and buy the iPhone 18. Like, I know people who do that because they want to keep up with the latest and greatest. They're playing keeping up with the Joneses. That's a concept, by the way. And I used to do that, where you want the latest and greatest stuff. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm making sure you know there's nothing wrong with wanting to keep up with the latest and greatest. But for me, it has no value when I know my phone is still working and it's working perfectly and fine. So, like, there is, like, no empirical reason for me to upgrade my phone every year. This phone is going to have to be upgraded in 2 or 3 years, though. I can tell you, because Apple's going to stop supporting this phone within a year, or maybe it might be done after this year. And of course, you're at the mercy of the security patches. So I don't want to help you figure it out. I already told you the answer. Go. Oh, flip phone would definitely work well in the wild for sure. I think I'm dumb not to use money wisely. You're not dumb. You're just experiencing things. Remember, there's nothing wrong with buying AirPods every 3 months. I'm not telling you to not buy it. What I'm saying is, like, for me specifically, like, every 3 months I'm buying AirPods, really? Like, my AirPods can last me for years. Like, how, like, is it always in your ears? Is that how fast your batteries are dying? Because, like, I mean, I used to wear AirPods all day, Like I would have to obviously charge them in between, but like my battery would last for at least 2-3 years. So like I don't like for myself, I don't know how your AirPods are dying so fast. So it's weird, like how you're investing every 3 months in AirPods. Like that doesn't make any sense. But you guys are all having random conversations. I'm not. I'm only looking at what seems to be aimed at me. Everyone else, it's not like a setup or anything. I think Diggity's speaking to Underboss right now. That's why I don't look at all the comments, because sometimes you guys are having your own conversation. It has nothing to do with me. And I want you guys to have conversation with each other. I'm not your boy, my child. My AirPods are perfectly fine. I just try to keep the latest one. Some kind of obsessive attachment. Well, I do like the Supra MK4. It's my favorite car. I know it's not the fastest car in the world. I know it's not, like, it can't beat a Tesla at the line. Like, I know a Tesla will smoke it, but I like the Supra. Like, I don't care about being the fastest car. I care that I love the car, nothing more. So like for me, like I know someone's like, I can see you driving a Lambo. I'm like, I've sat in a Lambo. I don't like it. I don't like Lambos. I would actually, like if I was to get a Lambo, I'd sell it and then find a Supra and mod it, or pay someone to mod my Supra with the money that I just sold the Lamborghini or Ferrari with. Yeah, 2JZ all the way. I don't, if it's not 2JZ, I'm not interested. Yes. I desire to have a Supra that is about 1,000 horsepower minimum. I know they can go past 1,000. Like that 1,200 horsepower is very nice. My only thing is I don't want these giant wheels on the back of the car, though. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the cars, some of the Supras, the tires are so like thick and like big. I prefer like that the wheels are somewhat. I know usually back tires are usually slightly bigger than the fronts, but I don't want it to look like some monstrous looking thing just to have that horsepower. So I want the tires to still kind of look kind of uniform. Yeah. It's 11:10. All right, guys, I will have to jump off shortly because I got to get stuff done, and I have a call at 3 o'clock. So I have my abs to do, and I have my mobility training to do, and I got to get it done. I can't be on the stream for too long. And it is 11:11 indeed. Yep. So I'll stay on for a few more minutes and then I'll jump off. I highly respect Elon for not wasting money despite being the richest man in the world. He's using it wisely. And Underboss, I remember Underboss, I remember a lot of messages that was said. And yes, I remember Jessica Barton. I looked her up. I did see her Supra. It's pretty good Supra. So you won't need to say that message again because I've seen it before. But I know you're sharing it with the chat. Your mom's, oh, that's Underboss, not for me. Yeah. So like, I know that the Supra, for those of you who are like, why would you want a Supra? You can get like a Lambo, or you can get like a Ferrari, you can get like a Maserati, or not a Maserati. You can get a McLaren or something. Those are nice cars, but they're not my car. I just don't like them. I sat. Yeah, I made sure. I wanted to see her. Like, you brought her up, so I looked at her. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good Supra. I like her Supra. I usually look things up. So my current car is a Mazda 3, but I'm aiming to get a Toyota Supra now. So that's the goal. So, but I want it fully modded. I don't want to do the modding. I want someone already have done the modding and I buy it just like outright. So, finding those opportunities to present itself and then buying it. Yeah. So like tomorrow when I'm driving to London, Ontario, I'll be driving in a Mazda 3. But while I'm sitting in the Mazda 3, I do imagine I'm driving the Supra. So like I make sure it's fully immersive with my senses. So every time I sit in any car, I feel like I'm in a Supra. To make it more immersive, more real. So it comes in the physical realm. Because that's what it starts as within, so without. Without imagining and using your senses, the universe is like, oh, so you think you don't have the Supra, so I'll keep giving you more of the same that you don't have the Supra, so I know that I already have it within. This is not a car channel nor an animal channel. This is a mindset channel. Don't be putting me in any box. I'm only randomly chatting with you guys right now, but I would have already jumped off. I'm going to be locked the fuck in every day with what I'm going to say. So, right now I'm just letting you guys speak and have your time with each other. This is not a car channel, nor is this an animal channel. This is a mindset channel. Or a mind mastery channel. Nothing more. While on the live streams, it'll be mainly mindset, but once I'm back, we just hang out. But if I feel called to share something, it is. Well, if you say it is, then that's your perception. I'm not going to even entertain some of the stuff you're saying. I have respect for you, but there's something today that kind of like, threw me off with you. So I'm not going to be being boxed in by your perspectives. So no, this is not a car channel. I'll make a separate car channel. You can go subscribe to that one if you want, but it won't be this channel, that's for damn sure. I definitely will make a car channel, but not this channel. That other channel will be a car channel. I'll just like drive the Supra around and just like show it off and whatever. It'll be fully modded and everything. Go to like car shows, go to car meets, things like that, but not in Canada, in California, because I don't really desire to have this car in winter time here. So most of that has to be done over there or bought here and drive there in the summertime. I will not let my car ever touch winter, ever. The Mazda 3 can touch the winter, but the Supra will not touch winter because the roads have the salt and I don't want my car to have any rust at all. So it will not touch any lick of snow. And if it does snow in San Diego, then it snows. It is what I won't drive the car if it snows in San Diego, but that's very rare that it'll snow there. Very rare. It can happen. It has happened, but very rare. Sadia's caught up with Underboss and his stuff. I'm just watching what Sadia and Underboss are saying right now. It's fascinating conversation these two are having. I'm not interfering. You guys have your conversation. I'm just observing. It's great. Oh, I can already imagine that, dude. I feel it. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube videos of people who have over 1,000 horsepower Supra, so I can imagine I'm sitting in their car, or I'm the one that's sitting in the driver's seat driving that car. It feels good. That's why it's good to use like other people's experiences and apply it to yourself, because you can actually imagine yourself. You can imagine yourself in things like that. You have that power within yourself. The only reason why a lot of us feel like we don't is because we get blocked within ourselves. I can imagine 1,000 horses. I've seen videos where there's tons of horses, and I don't know if it's about 1,000, but I can definitely imagine a lot of horses roaming about together. But then I can multiply that number. It's not hard. You can close your eyes and you can imagine 100 or 1,000 horses running in a field. They are pretty cool, I will say that. I only sat on a horse and rode one when I was a kid, like once. I never got to sit on a horse again. I was a little terrified, I'm not gonna lie. But I think I'd be okay now. But I'd have to know the mechanics of, like, you know, riding with the horse. Because they will send you flying if you don't know what you're doing. Mileage is going to be a concern. Why would it be a concern? Doc, why would mileage be a concern? I'm curious. There's 10 million different conversations happening in the chat. That's why I'm locked in right now with you specifically with that question that you just left. Why would mileage be a concern? I'll tell you. Once you respond, I'll tell you why it's not going to be a concern. I'm just waiting for Doc to respond, so I can share my perspective of why it won't be a problem. So this feels like a Clayton conversation. Proof. Sadia wants proof of something. I need evidence. Lots of evidence. I need empirical evidence. I love it. Well, Doc, since you haven't responded yet, I will tell you why it's not going to be a problem. Why mileage won't be a concern for me. Number one, yes, the engine's going to be at 1,000 horsepowers. Will I be driving super duper lightning quick? No. there are times where I'll rev the engine and I'll do, you know, something, but like I won't be going crazy with the car. So that's number one. So mileage won't be a problem. Number two, the engine will already have been rebuilt. So like when I get the car, that engine is fully rebuilt, brand new, as if it was stock. So like they are gonna dismantle the 2JZ engine, clean it up, do whatever. It's the car basically that's just pristine, and they've done every mod that you can to a Supra, and so the engine will be optimized. So mileage will not be an issue. I guarantee you. I'm not buying a Supra that I have to fix up. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. No way. I'm buying a Supra that's already modded, and it has everything that I want in it. I definitely will be doing that 100%. But here's the thing, that will already be done. I won't have to do that. You see, Doc, you have to realize that I already thought of all these things. It's all done. Like I'm not buying the car and then I have to go and do stuff to it. No, it's done. Like it's done. The ceramic coating, it's done. It's finished. Like nothing. All I'm doing is buying the car and driving it. Nothing more. I'm not modding it. I'm not doing nothing. It's already modded. It's already got the decals. It's got everything I want on it, and it's already PFP coated with ceramic, and the best ceramic coating money can buy. Whatever that is. Trust me, I've thought of it all. Same with the wheels, same with everything. Like I thought of everything. Transcend time. Stop adding middlemen. Like that's like adding a middleman. It's already done. Buy the car, done. I live in the end in mind, because if I buy the car and then I have to go do PFP coating, then that means that I have to do some extra thing, which implies that I have to make sure that the car gets there without getting a ding, right? No, the car is going to already have it before I even buy the car. It will already have been applied. So I know I have, and they have to show proof that they have the PFP coating by like, you know, like, Bill, did you do PFP coating? Yes. Can I see the bill for that? Just to make sure. Yeah. Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't want them anymore. I wanted the MK5, and I may still buy an MK5 down the road, don't get me wrong. But I desire that my first Supra is an actual Supra, which is an MK4 Mark IV, fully Toyota, fully Toyota car. Because, you know, unfortunately, you know, hey, that's a nice BMW you got there. Because, you know, there are people who hate on that Supra. I don't hate on it. I love it. But the thing is, you know, you're going to hear that comment. That's not a real Supra. That's not a real Supra. That's a fake Supra. Like, that's not a real Supra. Come on. Get an actual Supra. Like, come on. That's a BMW you're driving with a Toyota LaShell, which isn't even fully Toyota anyways. So I love the MK5s. It's just that there's some flaws to the MK5 that they didn't fix, which is annoying. Like, number one, you can't keep your window down unless you put wind buffeting. There's a wind buffeting kit that you have to buy, and they didn't fix this from the Gen 1 all the way, or the first iteration in 2020 to even the one in 2026. Yeah. So, like, that wind buffeting kit you have to buy if you even want to put your windows down. Otherwise, you're going to hear this sound as you're driving. Number two, the manual that they have, that they finally put into the MK5, has flaws. I've seen so many people with the manual version, there's a spring that's loose and they get stuck in first gear. I saw that. I'm like, whoa, because I want the manual. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that, because I'm not going to get my thing stuck. I'm not expecting that, obviously, but I've seen people who their gears are getting stuck in first gear and that's it, they're fucked. It's not much you can do. What else? Oh, there's just weird like design choices that they could have done better. Like the cup holders. Come on, you're driving manual. The cup holders are basically fucking useless. In the MK4, the cup holders, your car is like you're facing like this way, so you're not engaging with the cup holders. They're in a different spot. So like you're kind of in an angle, like it's a cockpit. Whereas like in this one, you're ramming your arm into like your drinks. It's really annoying. Yeah, exactly. It's a cockpit style. It's like you're facing kind of like on a little bit of an angle. Whereas like the MK4 is on an angle. MK5, you're kind of like this, but if you're using the manual, then you're like jabbing your arm into your bottles if you have anything, so your cup holders are basically somewhat useless unless you buy extra things to block your arm from like smashing into your cup holder. It's little things like that, unfortunately. And then of course now that Toyota no longer sells that car, support for that car, I mean, it is a BMW car, technically speaking, but don't know if Toyota would be supporting that car in the future, because it's a BMW engine. All right. You guys have 5 more minutes. So finish up your conversations, because I'm jumping off in 5 minutes. So 11:35. And I'm ending this live stream because I have stuff to do. So you got 5 minutes to have your conversations, and that's it. And 11:35. If you guys don't finish your conversation at 11:35, I'll be like, all right, y'all, I'll see you tomorrow. 5 minutes. Under normal circumstances, I would have left the stream on, but because I have stuff to do and I have a call at 3 o'clock, I have a lot of things that I still need to finish, and I can't be distracted. So. Damn, Sadia, you're ruthless with Underboss right now. God damn, you humans, seriously. Man, if you only knew what you're saying, if you only knew what the fuck you guys were actually saying. But eventually you'll figure it out. Four minutes. Actually, it's technically 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. 3 minutes, y'all. Three minutes. And we're jumping off. Didn't I not tell you to stop entertaining Underboss, but you want to continue? You're the one that's choosing to continue to entertain Underboss, so I mean that's your choice. So I'm just letting you to have your conversation. But you have 3 minutes, or actually 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So, choice is yours. Anyways, I'm going to finish up with what I'm saying. So, whatever you guys are saying, for me right now, it is what it is. Remember, y'all get to decide, and you get to declare what it is that you want. It's just that simple. If you don't declare what you want, then the world will give you exactly what you currently believe to be true, and you will just continue to have whatever it is that you're experiencing. Nothing more, nothing less. And if you're not aware of how reality works, then you will be punished every time. Just remember that. So declare within yourself what it is that you really desire to have, and have it right now. Declare and decide. Tomorrow, I'm just going to be driving, and if there's anything someone wants to ask me, cool. If they want to jump on and just say hello, that's also cool. But I will not be entertaining any troll comments tomorrow, so yeah. But thank you guys for feeding my algorithm. I appreciate you all. You're doing your service for me, so thank you. Thank you very much. I focus on me, and you guys do whatever you want in the chat. Yeah. Toodles indeed. We got 45 seconds. So yeah, you guys just remember, declare what it is that you declare it within, and know that you already have it within, and then take the actions that you require within, and then you will have everything within. And then it will show up in your physical at some point, but you're not focusing on the physical, you're focusing here. Fuck yeah. 20 seconds to go. I will. Thank you very much. I definitely will. Always do. All right, y'all. It's been real. Enjoy your day.